through life carrying fear. Not because they've done something wrong, but because no one ever told them they have rights. When you don't know the law, even ordinary life can feel like a risk. That's why we build Know Your Rights Foundation, a place where the law becomes clear, simple, and yours. Knowledge is your shield. The law is your defense. Start learning today at KYRF.org.
What up, people? Yeah, this StreamYard is crap. It sucks. I'm just gonna be honest. StreamYard sucks. So it sticks. It lags behind a lot. I don't know if you guys can see me when I'm doing this. Like, you can see me right now. See, I'm lagging behind. It might be my camera, but it's relatively brand new camera, and it wasn't cheap. So I don't know if it's my camera. Maybe if I switch my camera out next week, it'll do better. But what up, people? What's pop logging, everybody? Yo, let me know if you can hear me. I got the fan on because it's 90 degrees in Los Angeles today. Fucking 90 degrees. So let me know if you can hear me, because I got that big industrial fan kicking up and blowing right now. What's popping? King Lemuel Productions. Chris Tiger Ellis. Oops. What is that? Mr. Aunt Maya. I got that. 17. What is that? 17 Sun 7. What up, Travion? 76. What up, Riri? Yo, real quick, I got a shout out. Somebody sent me a CashApp last night. They're already getting it started. Started last night. That's hold on, that was Kevin Weiss. Appreciate you. And also Conceptual Elixirs. Thank you, brothers. Thank you guys for the CashApp.
May the force be with you.
Brothers, got to swear at $55 for the day, starting off. You know, we have a goal every week. You guys know we have the goal. So appreciate you guys for helping me get to the goal, everybody. So thank you guys. Getting back to who's in here. I see Riri, True Knowledge, Mac Films, Terry Bell, what was happening? Yo, man, make sure y'all hit the like button and the hype button and all the rest of that. They've been shadow banning the crap out of me, man. YouTube. You see how they took me off Patreon? I be talking a lot of crap about the Khazarians. So when you talk about the Khazarians, it doesn't bode well for you. So they got me out in the game. So make sure you guys got to be on your P's and Q's helping me get these views. Don't let me drop some bars, baby. Be on your P's and Q's helping me get these views. So hit the like button. Make sure you take off your shoes when you enter the dojo. That's just respecting the dojo, everybody. Y'all know how we get down in here. For the newer people, that just hit the like button. Also, find whatever that hype button is, because you know you can hype the video for the first 7 days. So, hey, whatever we got to do to get back in the algorithm, the grace of the algorithm, so I don't have to start selling y'all Red Bull. Hey, look. Even though my shit is shadow banned, you guys have great interaction. See, it's about interaction. So they like, nigga, your people talk to you a lot, huh? I'm like, yeah, they kind of do. They're like, you want to sell them some Red Bull? Not right now, I don't. But if these niggas don't start supporting, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I ain't gonna sell no Red Bull. But hey, never say never. But who else I got? Adwo L, Melanated Brown, DJ Sherm. What's happening? What up, Dwayne Hicks? What's up? Happy Saturn's Day, brother. We got ASO, Sam Stone. What's up, brother? Dr. Lakeith. Got you. Anthony C. Henderson was cracking. I got them the C. Anthony C. Henderson. Don't forget my middle initial, nigga. Don't make me have to slap you. I got you in there. Anthony C. Henderson. What's up, brother? Chaz McFly, what's cracking? No Ken to Marty. Roger Roche, what up, brother? What is that? Heck, bro, what's cracking? He said FBA in the house. Sonic Boom TV, what's happening? What it do? Cyrus 007, what's happening? Yaguwa, what's up, Yaguwa? This AI needs our interaction. Human interaction is golden. That's hey, it is. Even though they still shadow ban me on here. I used to get a whole bunch of views, man. They start shadow when I started talking about the UCC hands and legs. When I pulled that out, that's when they cut my viewership by 7,000 views that day. Like they just literally blocked 7,000 views that day. I was like, damn. So then after that, that's the the Khazarians and the Fruitopia and all that. They like, nigga, we don't like you. you ain't like us. You don't do what we tell you to do. No, I don't. So the shadow ban is on. It's on thick. It's on. No, I ain't gonna say that. No, didn't. But it's on thick. Like a big girl, like a big booty girl. So make sure you support. The best way to support everybody is to get out there and get the great book of melanin research. As you can see right here, you see the new promo. The new promo flyer right here, bam, all super rich and gold and brown. But yeah, you get the great book of melanin research. Anybody who ordered, you guys should have had your books already, or they should be on their way. So just hold on, pimping. But you get the great book of melanin research, and as it says right here, you get the free gift, the free bonus gift, police stop law package. It includes the Know Your Rights manual, bam, right here. That's the new. That's the Know Your Rights manual, the public official bonds book, the new public official bonds book, as you can see right there. Also, I'll show you the new qualified immunity card. Bam. You also get the new qualified immunity cards. The constitutional rights card. This lets police officers know what your rights are and what will happen if they violate your rights. And this is the qualified immunity card with the notice right here. You keep this in your car. This lets police officers know they lose their qualified immunity when they violate your rights, and they knowingly violate your rights. So when you alert them they're in danger of violating your rights, boom, you got them. And a good video that breaks that off, right, is this video right here.
How can a simple piece of paper strip a police officer's legal protection? Normally, officers are shielded from lawsuits unless you prove they acted with willful ignorance, knowingly violating clearly established law. Imagine you're recording a traffic stop, and an officer demands to search your car without probable cause. You immediately state you do not consent, and hand them a physical legal notice warning them of the exact rights you're invoking, your constitutional rights card. But if the officer ignores the card and searches your car anyway, how does that piece of paper actually help? By warning the officer on camera before the unlawful act occurs, you legally obligate them to investigate your claim. When they proceed anyway, they aren't making a simple mistake. You've just proven willful ignorance. This recorded proof destroys the government protection that typically shields officials from personal liability, their qualified immunity. With that barrier shattered, the officer is now exposed in their personal capacity, leaving them wide open to a Title 42 Section 1983 civil lawsuit and claims against their surety bond. And that initial illegal search of your vehicle, it has now become the exact piece of recorded proof required to successfully sue the officer.
Bam, you heard it right there. So boom, you get that qualified immunity. That constitutional rights card with the qualified immunity notices, the cards and the notice. We also have the civil rights constitutional rights card. Everybody likes these with the 3 civil rights gods. Shout out to them. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Johnny Cochran. Bam, you get all of that. Plus you get the 2 police stop flashcards 1 and 2. Now, again, this police stop law package It costs over $200. So you're getting over $200 if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research in free products right here. All right. So I don't want to hear when you're getting the next deal. I'll be hooking y'all up all the time. You guys try to wait for the deal to where I don't make any damn thing, huh? Y'all just don't want to ever support nothing, huh? Wait till this nigga giving us his whole house. Hey, nigga, when you gonna throw your car in there? Huh? The car don't come with the deal? Or nigga, what? Soon as you throw them keys in there, my nigga, hey, I'm gonna sign right on up. Like, nigga, y'all don't get in there and support, nigga. Gotta throw my damn keys in with the car deal. But you do get a free t-shirt though. As you know, I do hook you up with the free t-shirts. Bam, as you can see. Oops. You get a free Woostrology t-shirt right here. This is the yin and yang version, or the Woostrology symbol right here. This is the only one with this Woostrology logo on it right here. Shout out to the homie who made that. Or you can go just get the regular Rapstrology. Bam, volumes. This is the regular MCs, individual MCs, volumes 1, volume 2. Bam, as you can see right there. And volume 3. Bam. And then we have the group Rapstrology shirts right here. This is 80s groups right here. Bam. Shout out to my 80s groups. Volume 1. And then we have Rapstrology groups volume 2. This is the 90s cats right here. This is 90 to 93, the cats who are on here. So, bam. And these are all live pictures. Every picture that's on these shirts came from an actual live promotional picture of the artist. This is just a rendering, a reimagining, a rendering of their art. So, but it's exact same. It's pretty much the exact same picture. If you go look at the picture, it's pretty much the exact same picture. Yo, really quick, Sharif Finley, thank you for the Cash App. And Broderick Enoch, and Nina. Everybody in here. So we were at 55, 65, hold on, 70, 80. So we're at $90 for the day for the Cash Apps, everybody. Thank you, guys. Got us up to 90 for the day. Appreciate you, everybody. Thank you, guys.
May the force be with you.
There we go. All right, so that's the best way to support. You get one shirt. That's not the deal. You get one shirt when you go to the Rapstrology and hook it up. So that's the best way to support. Go to realnagas.com, order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, and get hooked up with the whole police stop law package. All right. And for the people who, a lot of people who are buying status classes individually, I know the status classes are Gov't. I know. I have so much I'm doing right there. It is really hard to get the coding on Shopify because my platform is Shopify. It's not like a regular WordPress website where you can just do some type of coding. The Shopify integration is much different to get videos on there and encode the video. That's why you haven't seen it yet. I don't have a regular website. I have a Shopify website, which is different coding. So that's why it's taking me so long. But the status classes are coming because I found most of the ones I had, not most, found at least half of the ones I had up on Patreon and edited them down so that they're much more efficient and shorter. I cut out a lot of the people who were taking the class, a lot of their comments, even though they were good comments and they maybe would have sparked some new knowledge within you, but just to keep the classes short, I cut the commentary down. So again, they will be coming. So appreciate you guys for holding on. Just hold on, baby. Hold on. I'm coming. I promise you it's coming. All right, everybody. Let's get into it. Oh, did I miss anybody real quick? Charlie J. Scott, brother. Charlie J. Scott. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the Cash App, man.
May the force be with you.
Appreciate Appreciate you, brother. You got us up to 140 for the day. 140. Got us up to 140 for the day. Thank you, guys. Thank everybody who's donated. And also everybody who supports by going to the Real Nagas website and making some purchases. Appreciate you. All right, let's get it. So we were supposed to be going back to war. And then Trump just abruptly stopped and really didn't say why. He was like, he acted like Iran was trying to come to a deal when Iran wasn't trying to come to a deal. They really want to negotiate. So we're going to, like, wait a minute. Then Iran said, nigga, we're not trying to negotiate. Not only that, Iran attacked America, an American base for the first time unprovoked. Usually it's them retaliating against America and vitriol when they strike. But this time, Iran was like, fuck. You want to see how we get down, bitch? So they struck first. They struck a base first. And America didn't hit them back. Trump didn't hit them back. Now, there's a lot of speculation on why he may not have hit him back. He's like, well, how come you didn't hit him back, Trump? What's the deal? Why didn't Trump hit them back? Well, there's a report that says America may be out of bombs. Like, holy shit. America might be out of bombs. Hold on. Let me pull this up. No. Here we go. Check this out.
Allegedly, Trump was going to escalate the Iran war, but he's held off for now because, according to the New York Times, we're running out of Patriot defense missiles, the interceptors. And some of the military is saying that's a lie. We have plenty, kind of, sort of. But the only reason why we ran out is because of Joe Biden. So wait, do we have them or do we not? Did we run out or do we still have some? If we ran out, whose fault is it? According to New York Times, President Trump has set aside, at least for now, plans to sharply escalate the American military assault against Iran, with particular concern that intensifying the war could dangerously drain the Pentagon's already diminished stockpile of Patriot anti-missile interceptors and other air defense munitions in the Middle East. The threat to interceptor stockpiles is one of many considerations that have made a return to major combat operations a hugely risky endeavor, administration officials say. So wait a minute. Why are we running out of Patriot missiles again? And wait a minute. How could we possibly run out of them again? I mean, I thought that.
Now, that means America has none for if anything happened to America. They just living on some, we're so gangster, nobody's going to ever attack us. But what if they did? What if they was like, yo, this is our best chance in the history of chances to put the smash down on America and started launching? What would happen? Now you launched all your Patriot whatever the stockpile. Now you don't got no more. Giving them all the vitriol. Not to mention, there's a report that they were giving arms to vitriol on the low. That was part of the Charlie Kirk thing. What happened with Charlie Kirk at the Fort Huachuca in Arizona? They had supposed they were allegedly, we got to say allegedly, they were doing some underhanded gun running with vitriol. Allegedly. You got to say all of that. So this is why America, or the U.S., because America and the United States government are two different entities. So this is why the United States government is running out of bombs.
Iran's military had been obliterated. I thought that they were only using drones. Are we actually using Patriot interceptors on drones? No, the answer is no, we're not. And the answer is obviously then Iran's military has not been obliterated. They clearly still have a bunch of ballistic missiles because that's what we use. That's what we use, Patriot interceptors, in order to take down those ballistic missiles. Sometimes the interceptors are used to take down drones, but more often than not, they're actually used to take down, they're used to take down ballistic missiles. So clearly Iran still has a huge arsenal, and clearly we're not able to replenish fast enough. And Iran's got an entire nation with underground stockpiles of missiles, and we've just got a few measly bases that are getting pummeled, and we're running out of stuff. And these guys are still thinking it might be a good idea to invade Iran or attack Iran. And then, after this report comes out, there's a bit of denial. Watch this.
I want to ask you about the assets. NBC News is reporting the Pentagon is actually rationing some defense weaponry amid diminishing supplies. Is America backing away from a larger military attack because its military stockpile has been depleted?
Well, look, we have to take a step back here in that a lot of stockpiles were depleted, not only from what we gave Ukraine over the last however many years, 4 or 5 years, and the administration inherited, the Secretary Hegseth inherited a depleted situation from not only Ukraine, but also the ongoing fight with the Houthis under the Biden administration and a depleted military under the Biden administration. So they have decided, one, they're going to new types of munitions, cheaper munitions, new technologies, but also with these new defense budgets, rebuilding our great military. However,
you acknowledge they're depleted? Do you acknowledge they're depleted at this moment?
I want to be crystal clear. The U.S. military, and I've verified this every which way, has everything that it needs to conduct.
Stop it. Stop it, bruh. He should have been trying to hit this nigga pulling one leg while shaking and pissing on the other. Like, nigga, what are you doing to my leg, nigga? Well, I'm just trying to see if this leg was a fake leg. I just wanted to know if it detaches. Well, why you pissing and shitting on my other leg? Oh, that ain't the restroom? Oh, shit, nigga, my bad. I thought, my bad, brother. Somebody told me one of your legs was fake and the other one was a bathroom. So I decided to, take it upon myself. Like, nigga, he is so full of shit right now. Like, nigga, are you insane? America is fine. Okay.
Up this campaign as effectively as it needs to be. And I have to tell you, the people that are leaking this nonsense deserve to be in jail.
So wait a minute. Are the stockpiles depleted because of Biden, which he went on and on explaining that they are depleted because of Joe Biden, or are they not depleted at all and the people saying such belong in jail? Now, I can understand that their position is they don't want to actually admit that we have depleted stockpiles because that gives Iran obviously a leg up, and they don't want Iran to know that they have a leg up. So I can understand that they're pissed off about this information leaking, but obviously the information is true because they all keep blaming Biden, which means, if they still had a bunch of Patriot missiles, they'd say, no, it's not true. We still have plenty. We're fine. But instead they say, yeah, but it's because of Biden. No, we actually have all of it. We're fine. We're fine. Meanwhile, so we obviously cannot go up against Iran in a head-to-head war anymore like this. I mean, this is untenable. We are in a different part of the world. This is not a nation on our borders. We're not fighting for our sovereignty. We're not fighting for our right to exist. We're not fighting for any of that. Now you might say, well, Israel is, okay, fine, then let Israel fight the war. Fine, that's up to them. But for us, we have no real business being there. Yet, we've got a bunch of lunatics in this country calling for essentially our entire annihilation. They think they're calling for Iran's annihilation. They're actually calling for the United States' annihilation. Watch this. Here's ultra-Zionist Sid Rosenberg demanding the U.S. wage total war on Iran.
It is inevitable that President Trump is going to have to do what he doesn't want to do, which is go in there with this massive all-out attack. There's no other way to stop this. There's no other way to win this war. So, again, he's trying to do the best he can. He's a very nice man. I love President Trump. He doesn't want people to die. He really doesn't. Okay, he's a nice man. But there's no other way to end this. Once you start this, Midnight Hammer was great. Epic Fury was great. Once you start this, there needs to be a finish. And the only finish is complete surrender by the Iranians. I hate to say it.
Look at how he marginalizes people's lives. Trump's a great man. He's a really nice guy. He doesn't want people to die. Like, nigga, no. No one wants anyone to die who has any type of moral character, upright character. You just want to send people to slaughter. Now, listen to what he says, though. He knows he's sending American kids to die. That's what just happened when those 2 soldiers died a couple of weeks ago. The girl was just out of high school. One of the people who died, the 2 who died, she was a girl. She was like 17, 19, 18, 19. She has just graduated high school. Listening to Trump saying, we're not going to have any wars. So, of course, you feel safe to join the goddamn military. If Trump gets in there and says, hey, we're not going to have no goddamn wars. We about to stop the wars we have going. And no more wars. She gets in there and then sends her to die for bitch real. Look what this dipshit says.
But complete annihilation.
Well, we talked last time about this. And by the way, I agree. I love President Trump. I love his heart, I think, is really for peace. And he's always, I love that even now, this past week, he's still talking about peace and wanting to find and leaving that door open for negotiations. You say the only end is annihilation. Now, what if winning this war requires boots on the ground? I asked you that last time. That's not very popular with the American people. What is your response to that?
It's not popular with me either. Look, I'm not a parent of an Army person, a Marine person, so I'm very sensitive to that. Trust me.
So look, I'm not a parent of an Army person who's going to go to war. I'm not going myself. So how easy is it for me to be like, yeah, get your big ass on over there. Go fight for America. Yeah, I'll be right here in my mansion sipping on my goddamn crystal, my caviar, my feet up, checking on how things are going. Okay? Gonna check in with you every other month. Okay? Just make sure you wait for the call. Every other month, I'm gonna be right there checking on you. Okay? Like, this motherfucker need his ass whooped. To sit up here and say, I recognize I don't have nobody going. I'm calling for a bunch of more kids to go die. None of my kids or me myself. This is insane. The people, they can fix their faces so straight to tell you, you need to go die for somebody else. Not America. That's crazy right there to me too. But if somebody was threatening America, all right, I see that shit. But to go die for vitriol? Oh, yeah.
But look, we have the Army, we have the Marines for a reason. They're not there to shake your hand at the airport, Rachel, okay? They're there for a reason. Last I checked, we don't have a draft in this country. So these courageous men and women know exactly what they're signing up for. This is war. We don't want to see anybody die, but this is war. A war that started 47 years ago that they started. So, yes, I know that the moral ground.
47 years ago, he's so full of shit. By kicking America out of their country because you wouldn't stop fucking with their damn resources. You wouldn't stop destabilizing their country so you can take over their oil. So they kicked your bitch ass out. And see how, this is what I mean. White supremacy needs to die in the world. This motherfucker thinks that he can just go out and do whatever the hell they want to your country. And you just have to accept that shit. And then when you fight back, you're the bad guy. I am the white man and I can do anything. Anything. That is their shit. That's why this shit needs to be all deconstructed and broken down. Even though this is why I hate that Hollywood is being destroyed, but Hollywood is a major contributor to the fuckery that is their persona of they're the greatest motherfuckers in the universe, which we know that's bullshit. But Hollywood helped build them up. I'm telling you, the Khazarians and the Goyim, they used each other for supremacy, for pale supremacy. And now they're both falling. They're both dying off. And this bitch ass motherfucker thinks 47 years ago, we should have been able to take your oil. How dare you tell us to leave your country when we're trying to take your oil and corrupt your president? How dare you? This is such bullshit.
Is to say, I don't want our kids to die. I feel the same way. But we got to win. Now, we can win maybe without putting boots on the ground. Maybe we can. I don't know. I'm not Jack Keane. I don't have that type of information. If we can do that, great. But if at some point it requires putting some boots on the ground to win this war, that's why they signed up. To fight for this country, to fight for President Trump, and to rid the world of evil animals.
He said they signed up to fight for President Trump. No, they didn't. They don't know soldier signs up to fight for the president. They fight for the country, the people of the country. Oh, man, this is war.
Like the Iranian regime.
Can I just ask, what does victory look like?
Great. But if at some point it requires putting some boots on the ground to win this war, that's why they signed up. To fight for this country, to fight for President Trump, and to rid the world of evil animals like the Iranian regime.
Can I just ask, what does victory look like to you? Are you serious? You really want just until they're annihilated and there's a regime change? Is that final for you?
That's it. I mean, look, I want to get the dust. I want to open the strait. All that's important. But if you leave these animals in power, you are destined. Look, what is the definition of insanity? Do the same thing over and over and again, expect different results. If you leave the IRGC in power, we're going to have the same issues in 5 years, in 10 years when the great President Trump.
Absolutely not, because we didn't have them problems ever before until bitch ass Trump tried to go destroy Iran for vitriol. There was no problem until your bitch ass president started some shit in a country who was doing just fine, negotiating for peace so that they can get back on the world stage. And in the middle of negotiations, your bitch ass president attacked them. In a fair-minded negotiation. No. All right. Again, I am the white man and I can do anything.
Excuse me, is gone. So we have no choice at this point but to go in there. And yes, regime change, I know it's two dirty words. That's part of winning the war ultimately. Yes.
And when was the last time we successfully did that? And by the way, we did do regime change. We've taken out their Ayatollah only for.
So that's the white man thinking he can do anything. I can pimp slap anybody, destroy your country, grape all your women, kill your babies, steal all your money, indoctrinate all of your children, steal every resource that you have in your country. Then all I got to do is say, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. We're really, really sorry. Okay? I mean, what the fuck else do you want, man? See, when you don't accept that sorry, this is what? How the fuck? You didn't fucking get the fucking shit out your ear, man. I said sorry. What the fuck you think you wanted from me, man? I said sorry. Like, nigga, did you just hear all the shit you just said? You did? Is all of that gone now? What you're sorry? Was you sorry? Is it a magic sorry? Like Jack and the Beanstalk sorry? Where everything just vanished and went back to the beginning? When you said sorry, nigga? If that didn't happen, EAD. These motherfuckers are insane, man. Sorry. I said sorry. Like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with ears, man. Sorry usually works for everyone. Everyone loves a sorry. What's wrong with you? I love sorries. You love sorries, don't you? Don't you? Nigga. Don't you? Moving along. Still with the bitch reel. So I can find this. So, I don't know where to go. All right. So, damn it. Netanyahu bitch and Zelensky, they were at the White House. They met at the White House this week. If I can find the video, hold on. Damn it. I had the video. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, let me share this. So this is crazy because he met with two cats on the same day. Yo, Spread Wealth. Thank you for the super chat, bro. And Sharice Reed L. Thank you for the cash app. Let's see. Man, got us up to. Oops. That's one. Oops. 170 for the day. 170, everybody. Appreciate you, brother.
May the force be with you.
Let's be honest. Rocky was just a great movie. And white people don't fight. White people don't fight well or win wars when people do not abide by their rules, which only they can break. There are no rules to war. Absolutely right. And that's right. It's all their rules. Again, when you've been in power so long, again, this is white supremacy. A Jewish dude was breaking this down earlier too on another channel. He was talking about, and he was a Khazarian from Khazaria, but he talked about how the Khazarians upheld white supremacy in the world. If it wasn't for the Khazarians, white supremacy couldn't have been, because they used them. They used the Caucasian as the goyim to carry out all their deeds in the world. And so in doing so, that help pump up the Caucasian persona. So I am the white man. and that's their shit, man. That is their shit. Hold on real quick. I forgot to put my, so make sure everybody, you've been doing so, but make sure you go to the Cash App. That's Real Nagas, the number 9. Appreciate you. Or go to Know Your Rights Foundation, or excuse me, realnagas.com, and order the great book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, and get hooked up. Bam. As you can see right here. Bam. Make sure you do that and get hooked up with the whole police stop law package. But all right. Oops. So back to the video. So check this out. So check who he was meeting with this week. We got Zabitsky. We got Vladimir Zabitsky and Netanyahu. Both Khazarians. Just so you know, Zabitsky is Khazarian. Well, really, they not. They're European, but they'll call themselves. But Khazarian, that's Khazarian. That is European so-called Jews, right? Khazarians. So we have the president of Old Khazaria. This is crazy. Who he's meeting with this week. Check this out. The president of Old Khazaria and the president of New Khazaria. The same day. Now, if you're trying to tell me if Vitriol doesn't know that Ukraine used to be their land, Ukraine, that used to be their land. You think they don't know that they're Khazarian, of Khazarian descent? They know this. This is why this is why they won't let America let go of Ukraine. That's their land too. And they want it. They want to use Ukraine to wipe out Russia or severely weaken Russia so that they can come in there and take that land. That's not gonna happen. Putin ain't no bitch like that. So check it out. Old Khazaria and New Khazaria the same goddamn day. And then Ukraine attacked Iran. Just out of nowhere. Ukraine and Iran don't got no beef. But this bitch ass nigga, Ukraine, attacked Iran out of nowhere. I think that's probably also the reason Iran attacked America. They like, all right, you trying to get all your bitches to come in here and talk crazy? Okay. So check this out.
Office meetings, as we said, with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. On the agenda, conflicts that so far have found no diplomatic solution. It will be Netanyahu's first meeting with Trump since the war with Iran started. For Zelensky, it is the second time he and Trump have met face-to-face this month. Let's go to the White House and CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi. Olivia, thank you for your time. So let's talk about the meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu. What's at issue here as the war with Iran enters its 6th month?
Well, Mugo, it's good to be with you. Netanyahu actually just arrived. I don't know if you can hear the sirens behind me right now, but he did just arrive here at the White House for his meeting with President Trump. They are to talk certainly about the war in Iran, which has been entering its 6th month now, really, for a war that the president said would last between 4 to 6 weeks. And most recently, the ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran really fell apart, and the U.S. has begun to strike Iran again. For 13 straight nights, the U.S. hit Iran. But what we didn't see was Israel take part in those attacks. Part of the reason why is because the president said that the U.S. could go at it alone, that they didn't need Israeli help in those strikes.
So they're saying Israel, U.S., now United States is just attacking Iran on its own without Vitriol, because Vitriol is trying to focus on Lebanon. They're trying to focus on taking all of Lebanon. So they know America is their bitch. So they don't have to fight no more. They're just getting America to fight for them. See how they started the shit? And then now they just slowly moonwalk out of the shit. And now it's America wasting Americans' money, American lives, fighting for these bitch ass niggas who ain't even over there no more. This is crazy. They niggas just ghosted the whole shit. Back the fuck up. Got America to be in a fucking forever war, and they slid out of that bitch. Look at this, man. Oh, this is insane. They straight Michael Jackson out of the goddamn war, and nobody noticed. They didn't tell nobody. Nobody reported it. None of the mainstream media reported Israel's not fighting Iran no more. Nobody heard none of that shit. But they sending your ass over there. And they about to send American troops over there. Again, bitch, real not even there. It's crazy, man.
Against Iran. This also comes, the ceasefire falling apart as President Trump and Netanyahu's relationship has become a bit frayed. And part of the reason that has become frayed is because of southern Lebanon. We know that Israel and their military.
Yo, Dex, they hit him with the smooth criminal lean. The lean and the moonwalk at the same time. Oh, nigga. Bishriel hit America with the smooth criminal lean and the moonwalk at the same time. Like, salam alaikum, my nigga. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. I'm out of here, baby. Let me get on out of here. Slid onto the back. Hey, my nigga, it's Rosh Hashanah, my nigga. I gotta go. I can't fight during Rosh Hashanah. You know what I'm saying? You know how I go. It's Rosh Hashanah. What's the other one? Yom Kippur. What's the other shit we got? Come on, man. Give me all the goddamn Jewish holidays that we can't fight. And we're going to throw them all together and string them together into multiple years. And say we can't fight for this long because of Jewish holidays. Son of a bitch.
Have gone into southern Lebanon to fight Hezbollah, and President Trump says that has continued to be a major sticking point as they've been trying to get these ceasefire negotiations ongoing with Iran. So very delicate dance that they're going to have to do today, certainly talking about those ceasefire negotiations. There's also the issue of new Iranian sanctions that they are expected to talk about today, ways that they can continue to squeeze the Iranian economy, especially as this war is continuing to really be elusive for the president to try to get into, something that has completely frustrated him.
Yeah, as you said, way longer than he told the American people it was going to be. Olivia, yesterday, President Trump said he and Netanyahu are close to being on the same page on the war with Iran. So where do things differ between the two leaders?
Well, one major thing that they differ on, actually, the president announced this morning, he did an interview with Fox News, and they were discussing Pickaxe Mountain, which is a major facility inside of Iran that has not been hit yet by U.S. artillery. And Bibi Netanyahu had said in some capacity that there was activity going on at Pickaxe Mountain, some concern that perhaps the Iranians have been moving some key nuclear capacities, centrifuges.
So there was a site that America hadn't hit yet, a mountain range in Iran, and then now Bishriel Netanyahu bitch comes over here and says, yo, there's some activity going on over there. How come you haven't hit the mountain yet, man? What's going on? What's going on, buddy? Some activity over there. How come you haven't hit the mountain? and America's like, nigga, we didn't see no activity. It's there, man. Who's better at this? Us or you? We're Mossad. We know better than you. We stole your shit. So just trust us. Some activity going on in the mountain. And blow up the fucking mountain, man. And America's like, hold up, baby. Hold up. So that's what Netanyahu bitch is here. He's trying to get him to go blow up. So he's directing the war now, and Bitchriel is not in it. Are y'all peeping the game? Yo, this is some Goldie Max Julian game. Look at baby. Let me tell you something, baby. Then you're gonna go to war for Israel, okay, baby? And we're gonna make you think it's all for America, okay, baby? But it's all gonna be for Israel, okay, baby? Because you gotta do what's good for Israel, okay, baby? Because Israel is gonna do what's good for America and Israel, okay, baby? Unless y'all done seen, if you haven't seen the Goldie, the Mac, if you haven't seen the Mac, that nigga Mac told one of them chicks, he told one of his hoes, he said, she's like, where do we go from here? He said, to the top if you're not afraid, but you got to believe in me, okay, baby? You got to believe that what I tell you is for the best, okay, baby? I was like, oh, then she was like, okay. Max Julian told her, said, where are we going from here? To the top if you're not afraid, okay, baby? Shout out to Max Julian. It's bitch real. It's bitch Julian. It's Julian's real. This is goddamn. He said, damn, Kev out there pimping before. So my uncle may have been one of the biggest ones in the 70s and 80s on that show, on that documentary, Pimps Up, Hoes Down. My uncle might have been in there, allegedly. he might have been in that documentary. Just saying, you know. Yeah, I do come from a family of stuff. We did a whole lot of stuff in my family. So that's why Netanyahu, bitch, he's in town to try to steer the war. He's quarterbacking the shit now. From the nosebleed box seats. he got all the fucking dancing bitches around him and shit. They dancing around him in the box seat. Hold on, what is Trump? Get me on the phone. What is Trump? What are you doing? What is that play? I don't like that play. Blow up the mountains. Yes, okay, good. Yeah, what is my booty? Yes, thank you. Yes. Nigga keeping an eye on the game and the ass at the same time. Yes. Like, what are you doing, Netanyahu, bitch? I run America. That's what I do. What are you doing? So, moving along. You said it's in the DNA. Hell yeah. Not me. I don't necessarily agree with what my family did. However, definitely a family skill. Skills, plural. Definitely their family skills. So, anyway, moving along. Your boy Fauci. Your boy Fauci's back. We haven't talked about Fauci in a long time. Fauci and the cupcakes. But your boy Fauci is back in the news. Why? What did Fauci do? Well, he testified in front of Congress. And didn't go so well for Fauci. Didn't go so well for Mr. Fauci. Check this out. Oops, hold on. Sorry, hold on. Got to share the screen. All right. So check this out. So Fauci got up there, had to testify, and this nigga pleaded the fifth 111 times. 111 times. Now, some of that was just bullshit. Like, so your lawyers, when they go in there and you're going to plead the fifth, they'll tell you to plead the fifth on everything, every question you're asked, because some of it can be leading questions or, questions to try to see how you respond, just to see your response from the question. So the lawyer will always tell you, you're not going to incriminate yourself. They don't want you to incriminate yourself at all. They'll say no to everything. Just say, I don't answer questions, or I'm pleading the fifth to everything, or I don't recall. That's also the other phrase they'll tell you. It's either I plead the fifth, or I don't recall, because those things, both those work. So check it out.
Fauci sat in front of a Senate hearing today. It was the Senate investigation into the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic. And he pled the fifth over 100 times. He answered 0 questions, not even questions about the color of his tie. He refused to answer any and all questions whatsoever. So what was this hearing all about? This was mostly about the Fauci diaries. So it was supposed to be about it was about the COVID-19 pandemic, the response, and Fauci's guidance that led to certain response, and whether or not he lied about certain things in order to get a certain response from the government. That led to really a lot of destruction during that time. But this really ended up being more about the Fauci diaries. Now, the Fauci diaries, if you don't know, about 1,100 pages were released about 5 days ago that were written. These were pages written by Dr. Anthony Fauci. They were written between December of 2019 and December of 2022. And on July 24th, they were released. They were extracted from about 11 different government servers. And because they were on government servers, they were considered official federal records. Now, what was in these diaries? Well, there were a lot of contradictions to Fauci's public statements and people coming through these diaries.
Yeah, that nigga pled the fifth to, what color is the carpet on the floor? They asked that nigga, what color is the carpet on the floor? That nigga said, I plead the fifth. What color's your tie? I plead the fifth. What'd you have for breakfast this morning? I plead the fifth. Like, nigga, what? So, yeah.
Discovered things like, for example, January 26th of 2020, Fauci noted that data showed infection spreading weeks before detecting the virus at the Wuhan wet market. He even wrote, quote, "We know the market was not the source. It was the amplifier." Although publicly he maintained that the Wuhan market is where it came from. He says that it jumped from an animal to a human, like a bat to a human, and he continued to blame it on the Wuhan wet market. Well, his diaries show that he was saying, well, it probably wasn't really the source, but it was just the amplifier. Although in his diaries, he did still assert that it jumped in his mind from animal to human, which where did it jump from animal to human is a big question. Could it have maybe happened in a lab, Anthony Fauci? Maybe. So there were some other contradictions. Like, for example, for years, Fauci publicly said that the virus originated naturally, that the laboratory leak was implausible, that nobody who's a real scientist believes that it would have come from a lab. But it actually turns out that on a diary entry of February 1st, a conference call, that there were 11 international health experts on the conference call. And in Fauci's diary, he noted that 9 out of the 11 on the line actually believed that a deliberate insertion or a laboratory leak was entirely possible. So 9 out of 11 said, yeah, you know what? That is actually possible. And then publicly, what did Fauci do? He came out and said, no credible scientist actually believes this. There is no science that points in this direction. So his private diaries prove that that's actually false. Most scientists were saying, actually, yeah, this very well could have come from a lab. Also, Fauci gave projections to Congress and to public saying that the mortality rate of COVID was extreme, really fear-mongering all of us. But privately in his diaries, he estimated the fatality rate to be significantly lower than what he actually.
So this nigga Fauci, after he got the crack scene, this is in his book, in his little diary book or whatever. After he got the cupcake, he had a heart thing and didn't tell nobody, but mentioned it in his book. Shh, let me write this down real quick. Like, when you ain't gonna tell nobody? No, not now, not right now, not this moment. I will be telling people when I'm dead in my book. Like, long after I'm gone. You know, I'm the science. Fauci is the science. When you doubt Fauci, you doubt the science. That was his whole shit that whole time. Excuse me. When you doubt Fauci, you doubt the science.
Said out there in the public. So there's a lot of discrepancies from his diaries to his public statements, and that's why they really wanted to, well, that's what they ended up questioning him about. They actually summoned him for this hearing before the diaries came out. Back in June is when he was summoned to be at this hearing, but this hearing turned largely into questions about his diary, but really no questions at all because Fauci just played the fifth in the entire time. In fact, this is what Fauci had to say about the whole thing. He says this is a Rand Paul crazed witch hunt.
Given Senator Paul's obvious obsession with calling for my prosecution, his repeated slanderous comments about me, and recently his publicly releasing my unredacted personal diary aimed at embarrassing and intimidating me, the only conclusion I can reach is that the sole reason he is calling me before this committee is to get me to say something, anything that could vindicate his repeated public pledges that I end up, in his words, quote, behind bars, unquote. Any reasonable person who has followed his unhinged obsession with me would readily come to the same conclusion. Therefore, although it pains me to do so, because of the respect I have for the legislative branch of government and my decades-long record of cooperating with Congress, under the advice of my attorneys, I will invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution to refrain from answering your questions. Thank you.
And that's exactly what he did.
Dr. Fauci, were you ever made aware of gain-of-function research on monkeypox being conducted at the National Biodefense Analysis and Countermeasure Center and back at Fort Detrick?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Dr. Fauci, did the CIA ever transfer funds to NIH under an interagency agreement?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
So there he is pleading the fifth. And again, one of the senators says, let's just try something, because Anthony Fauci actually read that line over 100 times today in the Senate hearing. And one of the senators says, let's just try something. What color is your tie? And Fauci says, I plead the fifth. And he says, what day is it of the week? And Fauci says, I plead the fifth. So Fauci just pled the fifth the entire time and answered absolutely no questions. All was not lost. There was one funny moment or shocking moment or jaw-dropping moment to hear a senator actually drop the F-bomb. Senator Moreno pressed Anthony Fauci over the public statement during COVID and over his public treatment during COVID and ended up saying, who the F do you think you are? Yes, a sitting senator actually said the F-bomb. Here it is.
Can you do me a favor in the audience and stand up if during the time of the COVID pandemic, you were called a racist for calling the virus a Wuhan virus or the China virus. If you thought the 6-foot rule was total crap, if you thought the vaccine wasn't something that you should take, if you thought it was outrageous the way the mask policy was rolled out, if you were fired from your job for not taking that vaccine, including members of the military, if you thought closing schools was catastrophically stupid, and that you thought that during these times saying these things made you somehow a lesser human being. Dr. Fauci, can you just turn around and look at the people behind you? You're not willing to do that? That's not a question. It's not a question. To your lawyers, not a question. It's a request. All you have to do is look up from your lawyers and look at the people who were absolutely shamed for saying what we know now to be the truth. You can't even look at them. It was about 6 years ago today that I decided I'm going to give up my businesses, sell them all, run for office, run for the United States Senate. Here I am sitting in front of you 6 years later saying, who the fuck do you think you were for doing that?
So Fauci got everybody pissed. Now, that's grand. He might be grandstanding. Was you going this hard before, fool? Because now all of a sudden, now that everybody knows that the crack scenes and the cupcakes is bullshit, now, niggas, it's real easy to be like, nigga, yeah, bitch, Fauci. Fuck, come here, Fauci, bitch. Like, anybody hear me say that? Like, yeah, now you want to be on your soapbox. Where the hell were you when it was really going down? Where the hell were your ass at? Now, maybe you were fighting for it. I didn't see you. I didn't see you out here like that. But now, all of a sudden, you dropping F-bombs on Fauci like you want to do a death match. I want to see it. I tell you right now, I want to see it. But, yeah, man. My mic, yeah. So they are with the straight bullshit. Foul cheesy. That's what we should be calling him. Foul cheesy is with the bullshit, man. So moving along, some immigrants. There's a big push around the world to destabilize borders, right? This is the Khazarians' plan. They do this. It makes it easier for them to move into countries when the borders are destabilized, because they come in and they look like a more upright citizenry that you want to allow in your country, because they come in with money, blah, blah, blah. And then you're already being overrun by Muslims, right? So they're the alternative to the debaucherous, not the debaucherous, but the not, because not every Muslim, is about the jihad, but they'll act like they are. So they'll get this, they'll put all this Islamic fear into your country, pump it in, then they'll come in and say, we're saving the day. Like the Jews are coming in to save the day, right? So they've been doing this around the world for a long time, destabilizing countries, moving people across borders, right? So now this just happened in Morocco or Spain, because Spain didn't want to jump into the war with, against Iran, and they talk shit to Israel about it. They said they let Israel know, you full of shit, bitch. Like, fuck you, bitch. So Israel felt some way about that. So they've been working to try to destabilize Spain this whole time. Like, this is mad. This is when you piss them off, they try to destroy your country. This is how they do. So there was a big flood of 50,000 immigrants that ran across the border. Now, it wasn't really, they weren't really in the landmass of Spain. They were in a province of Spain that's in Morocco, really, but it's owned, what you see? White supremacy still. It's a place in Morocco owned by Spain that's called Ceuta. And 50,000, so it's still in Morocco. It ain't like they had to go anywhere. They were still in Morocco. They just went to a place that was owned by Spain, and they flooded that border. Shit was crazy. Most of them were teenage boys and young men, military age. So why were they doing this? Was this a giant plan? So now a lot of people are saying it's the woke socialist policies that allow this, because what they did is they laxed the amnesty. What they did is they took down the amnesty they had like an amnesty barrier, more, stipulations where you had to be, to get amnesty, you had to be boom, 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 boom. So what they did is they lowered the standards, the amnesty standards, so that people can get in. And when they said that shit, they flooded the whole goddamn place. This shit is crazy. Watch this. We're gonna show two of them real quick. Look at this. Look at they just running through, busting through. Look at this. This is crazy. This is why you can't have open border. This is why you would never leave your front door open and to say, hey, come on in, everybody. But that type of logic goes out of the window when you start talking about borders, because you don't got a goddamn couch on the border. You ain't got a driveway, a couch, and a backyard on the border. So people just don't think about that as their home. It's the same thing. But so look at this. This is crazy. Oh man. So 60-something people have died in the rush to try to get over before they close the stipulations, because they know this is crazy. So they know, like, oh, this shit isn't, this is gonna get closed quick. So everybody tries to rush over there and flood the place quickly before they close the laws. And 60-something people have died. This is crazy. Hey. Wow. They opened the border for like a few minutes. They had to shut it down. 50,000 people at once. That's crazy. So that's the first report. Now watch Fox's take on it.
Chaos erupting in Spain's northern African territory of Ceuta as thousands of migrants crossed from Morocco. The White House responding to Fox News saying this, quote, President Trump has long warned Europe what would happen if they continue to implement far-left globalist policies, including enabling mass migration. Spain and other countries who have adopted this destructive philosophy should immediately reverse course or risk their own demise.
Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni commenting on X in part, quote, we are prepared to intervene with extraordinary measures to defend the borders and the safety of citizens, including the suspension of the Schengen area with Spain.
Joining us now, former British Parliament candidate with the Brexit Party and Freedom Train International founder, Jim Ferguson. Jim, if we can just look at some of the video of these young military-age men pouring into this tiny area that is part of Spain, if you will, it is unnerving. Finally, Spain calls out the military, but if these individuals are minors, you can't send them back, can you? Just put this in perspective of why this is happening.
Hi, Dagan. Hi, Mark. It's great to be on with you. Yeah, Europe is facing unprecedented challenges with regards to mass illegal immigration. The United Kingdom's the same, Ireland's the same. Pretty much the whole of the Western nations within Europe are facing this unbelievable problem. And you're right to point out, these are not asylum seekers. It's not women and children fleeing war-torn zones. These are young military-age men, and they're coming in their thousands. This latest episode in Ceuta in Spain was where they came across from Morocco in their thousands. But the socialist governments in Europe seem to be allowing this to happen. A lot of people are arguing this is by design. Perhaps it's to get votes. Perhaps it's to get them to remain in power. but it's quite unprecedented. And the European people themselves are seeing their communities overrun. This has been happening for a long time now. This latest episode in Theatre Spain, I think, has brought it back into the focus again. And it's great that Fox News are focusing in on this as well. Up until quite recently, America had the problem at the southern border. With the US administration under Trump, that has now stopped. So hopefully we can get some changes of governance. But Pedro Sanchez is a far left socialist in Spain, and he's lost.
So why is this really happening? Because there were videos of trucks driving people up to the border and they all jumping out of the truck. So usually when stuff like this happens, it's never an organic thing. It's always engineered. Like Vitriol's playbook is to engineer everything. Don't leave anything to chance in the world. As I showed you last week, it's the success method. Push the line, be a habitual line stepper until somebody cuts your foot off. Incidentally, that is the true definition of sinning. So to sin means to transgress, right? That's the definition of sin, is to transgress. But then you look up transgress. What is the definition of transgress? That means to trespass. Transgress means to trespass, meaning trespass is when you cross someone's boundary, someone's border. When they draw a line and say, look, nigga, this is my boundary, this is my border, and you step over that, saying, then what you gonna do now? And if you get away with it, then you step farther. You keep stepping on into their comfort zone until you take over whatever they got. Or you step over that line and somebody knock you in the mouth, like pop you in the mouth, punch you in the neck, make you fucking swallow your gum, cough up a lung, and then you say, oh shit, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. So in true definition, Vitriol are the only true sinners in the world. Now, there's a whole lot of other sinners, but I'm talking about as a nation, Vitriol is the true sinning nation. That's what they believe as a philosophy. They believe in stepping over someone's line until they tell you to stop. So in true definition of the word, they are the sinners. So check this out. So why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? So then they uncovered this may have some other nefarious thing. Oh, I should have just kept this going. This may have some other motivation going on in the background. And here we go. What do you know?
Well, yesterday, maybe you heard about this massive migration crisis into Spain. Thousands upon thousands of migrants crossed the border, breaching the border in Ceuta, Spain. And the numbers are about 50,000 people had swarmed in. 50,000 people in the course of a day swarmed in, creating a humanitarian crisis, creating an absolute crisis. Ceuta, by the way, is a city in Spain or an area in Spain that only has about 80,000 people. So 50,000 people suddenly showing up is a massive, massive crisis. And of course, a part of this crisis is the fact that there's the Schengen zone throughout Europe. And that means once you get into Europe, you can pretty much go anywhere. There's no real border checks. It's pretty open everywhere. And so this created a...
Real quick, everybody, make sure you hit the super chat and the cash apps. We're at 190 for the day. So, you know, we have a goal every week. Make sure you let me get to the goal, people. As you see there, attack all of my avenues of income on YouTube and Patreon. So this is the way to support realnagas.com. Make sure you get you one of these beautiful things right here. Bam. Great Book of Melanin Research. Get the hard copy. Get the hard copy. Know Your Rights Manual, Public Official Bonds book, and all of that. So best way to support. So check it out. So now,
a lot of panic throughout Europe. The Italians closed their borders to Spain. You cannot fly directly anymore from Spain to Italy without...
Look at this.
They're not...
Look. Who packed that truck? First of all, who supplied the truck? Can somebody tell me who supplied this truck and packed all of these people in the back? They just all decided, oh, we just all going to take a truck and all get in the back and roll to the border. Yeah, that's not organic.
We're not doing like open flights and open borders between the two countries. Italy has completely closed its borders to Spain at this point, so you'd have to show a lot of documentation and whatnot. And they've also, the Italians have worked with the French on ensuring that their northern borders are secured as well. But let me just show you exactly where Ceuta is, though, because a lot of people think Ceuta is on mainland Europe, and it is not. It's actually in Africa. It is one of the regions in northern Africa that Spain still has control over. Spain has had control over Ceuta for hundreds of years. I believe it's been in their possession since, I don't know, 1550 something. It's been in their possession for a really, really long time. Ceuta was at one point colonized by or in the control of the Romans. It's been under the Byzantine control. It's been under the Arab empires that have come through. It's just kind of been in everybody's hands. And the population of Ceuta is about half Christian, half Muslim. They all speak Spanish and Arabic. They live harmoniously together. There's not a lot of people there. So 50,000 people swarming in was a pretty big deal. Here's what's interesting. About 48,000 have already left. So 50,000 swarm in.
So you see how it's a big psyop. 50,000 come in. They can't really take care of all of them. All of them probably got paid to do that, or at least some type of benefit. 48,000 leave because they understand, like, oh, this is just some bullshit, right? They were probably duped too. Like, not that all of them were paid. Most of them were probably duped, just like everybody else. So they went over there thinking, oh, we got asylum. Then found out, oh, this is some bullshit. Let's go back to the crib. Right? So everybody got bamboo.
And we see images of them being bussed in, trucked in, essentially. I don't know if we have some of the footage of that. Let me see if I can kind of fast forward through some of this footage so we can see what was going on here. Look at this. They're actually look at this. There's a government official here. I mean, somebody in a uniform. And these migrants are piling out. So this obviously caused alarm as to who is organizing this. Why would there be an official in uniform allowing all of these people, basically busing them to the border and then having them get out and run across? So a lot of questions here. How did 50,000 in the short period of time come barreling through like this? Why were many of them trucked over? You don't truck people over unless this is a coordinated effort. So who was behind this? Why were they doing this? So lots of questions start popping up. And lately, all roads lead to Israel. So it looks like Israel and the Moroccans, the Israelis and the Moroccans, work together in order to flood these regions with migrants, in order to really upset Spain, potentially try to take territory from Spain, try to prove a point against Spain. If you remember, Spain has been very much a critic of Israel. They have been speaking out a lot against Israel. They've cut off a lot of diplomatic ties with Israel. And Netanyahu has even spoken out against Israel. This is what he's had to say. And at one point he even says, look, if you threaten us, you're going to pay an immediate price. And this is what Netanyahu said. This is, by the way, dubbed over with AI. It's a bit fast. And we did put it in English because he does do this in Hebrew.
Israel will not remain silent in the face of those who attack us. Spain has slandered our heroes, the soldiers of the Israel Defense Forces, the soldiers of the most moral army in the world. And therefore, I have ordered today to expel Spain's representatives from the coordination center in Gov't after Spain chose again and again.
So they kicked Spain out of Israel.
To stand against Israel. Whoever attacks the state of Israel instead of the terror regimes, whoever does this will not be our partner regarding the future of the region. I am not willing to tolerate this hypocrisy and this hostility. I do not intend to allow any country to wage a political war against us without paying an immediate price for it.
Okay, without paying an immediate price for it. So people are pointing this.
You're not going to wage a political war against us without paying the price. Because we disagree with you? There's a price to disagree with a country. Okay. Y'all sound like Al Capone. Y'all sound like the Al Capones of the world.
This out and saying, it looks like the Israelis might have been behind this insane migrant crisis that obviously looks manufactured. If this were truly a humanitarian crisis that was organic, these people would have been fleeing a war zone. There would have been something that created this crisis that was more natural, like a natural disaster or a terrible war, something along those lines. But what we're seeing is specifically military-aged young men. So this was not families. You don't see women and children running across the border into Spain. We're seeing military-aged young men. We're seeing them trucked in by what looks like officials. And we see a massive number, bigger than we've ever seen in a single day, going into Spain. And this is all happening when Spain is speaking out against Israel. Spain is holding its ground against Israel. And Israel's saying, well, we're coming after you, basically. You guys are hypocrites and we're angry with you. And so who else would manufacture this crisis? Now, Morocco is also in bed with Israel. Morocco is pro-Israel. They've been working with the Israelis. Why, you might ask?
So Morocco and Israel drummed this up to fuck over Spain. And why would Morocco do it? Because Morocco wants Israel technology. They're in negotiations to get a bunch of surveillance technology, type of security, weapons and technology and stuff from Israel. So they don't want to mess up that contract. So if Israel says, do this favor for us real quick, they can be like, show. For sure, my nigga. For sure, my Hebrew Neezy. So That's what we got.
We're going to get into that. But first, let me just show you more evidence that this points to the Israelis doing. And with the Moroccans, I would imagine the Moroccans are in on it as well, but certainly this is something that the Israelis were looking at. But first, let me just go back and show you this map, just so that we're very clear on what areas we're talking about. This is Ceuta. Ceuta is on the other side of Gibraltar, which is under UK control. So this would be the Strait of Gibraltar. So here we are dealing with a strait, a waterway, and the straits are there's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? They're wanting the straits. Everybody's going after the straits right now because the Strait of Hormuz now straits.
Basically, we're getting back to when Tariq went over there and raided Spain, crossed the strait. This is what we got. It's funny how history repeats itself, right? But this is a different way. It's not, Tariq and them going as a military country to go take it over. This is now refugees of Tariq. These are Tariq's descendants, refugees going over there to now take it over.
Are becoming kind of an important waterway. People are looking at them and saying, who's in control of them and can they harm us in the future? And certainly Spain having the largest amount of control over the Strait of Gibraltar is a problem for Israel, of course, right? Because that in the future could result in all kinds of problems for them if they're trying to become the next energy empire in the Middle East and they want to get energy out through there. Good luck when the Spanish are in control and they don't like you and they think that you're a bunch of genocidal maniacs. So you've got that motivation there that there's a Strait of Gibraltar here. It's very important. Spain has the majority of the control. The UK has a little bit of control. We would say that probably strategically, Gibraltar, which is under the control of the UK, is probably militarily, strategically the most important position to have in the strait. But Spain still controls the vast majority of the strait. And then you do have Morocco. Excuse me. Sorry, we're still dealing with fire smoke here. If you've been watching the news, Boise, Idaho is under we're under attack. Yeah. And no, it's not the Israelis. I don't blame everything on them. Just a lot of stuff when they're actually the ones to blame. And in this case, it looks like they are actually largely to blame along with the Moroccans on this. So you can see here on this map that Ceuta is on the Moroccan side, on the northern African side of the strait, and Spain is in control of that. Plus, Spain has a lot of the control over the Spanish side, obviously. So Spain has control over both sides of that Strait of Gibraltar. So that's something to keep in mind. And a lot of you're seeing there, they also have Melilla, which is another Spanish enclave. They actually have quite a few Spanish enclaves on the northern part of Africa, but these two are kind of important because this is where a lot of the migrants, they make it to these ports and then they flood into Europe through those ports. And that is why Italy has now closed its borders to Spain because they're like, oh my, they're panicking, of course. But we're focused on Ceuta right now, what happened just yesterday, what's been going on there. So Yair Netanyahu, I just want to also, my first instinct was, okay, this is obviously this is manufactured. You don't bust people over and 50,000 people don't cross over and it's all men and there's no real crisis that fueled this. That doesn't happen organically. Something is happening here. And then I come across, and it looks like the Israelis, because the Israelis are starting to kind of say things like, see, Spain, this is what you get.
So bitch real, up to their old tricks, destabilizing governments so they can take them over. Ultimately, their little one world domination plan, they're in full swing and full effect because they got the only one dumbass in office that can facilitate all of this for them. The one person, the one country that would say, bitch, you need to stop if they were doing all of this and push back would be America if it didn't have Trump bitch ass in office. But because Trump's bitch ass is in there, they know no one's going to push back. They can just do whatever the hell they want. Again, habitual line stepping. It says faker than Trump hairdo. Straight up. Says they will be. Alexander Lushenko Belarus said they will use migrants to invade Europe as a weapon. Yeah, they sure will. So moving along. Before I get to the Skittle news, so they keep pushing this reparations bullshit. they keep wanting you to believe that you're gonna get reparations. What's the latest city that wants you to believe that you're gonna get reparations? So first it was California. They was trying to do it for the blacks. Then they said was it Indiana or someplace? Indiana, I think, where Trump just blocked it. He just blocked reparations for the people in Indiana. Then now New York. Bitch Dumney, your mayor, Ma'am Dummy in New York, he said he willing to give the blacks reparations. Guys. Ma'am Dummy. It said he wants to give the blacks reparations. Let me see if I have a video on it first. Hold on. Hold on. God damn it. Check this out. So here we go. Can you see it? I mean, you guys should be able to see that. Hold on. All right, here we go. So check this out.
When you were running for mayor, you submitted a written statement to a reparations convening that read in part, New York City participated actively in the slave trade and furthered its legacy through racist institutions, policies, and laws. The city should reconcile and repair this legacy of slavery, stolen wealth, and discrimination. You added that you were proud to support the new Reparations Commission examining Wall Street's complicity in the slave trade. One of these commissions is set to release its final report next summer. If a commission studying reparations in this city recommended cash reparations for people impacted in New York City, would you support that recommendation?
First, I want to say that I stand by what I submitted.
Yes.
It's the truth.
Yes.
It's not a personal assessment. And we often think about slavery and the complicity in slavery as being exclusively to certain geographic areas of the country.
Right.
Here in New York City, we were very complicit. And so I look forward to whatever those findings are. I can't give you an answer in advance of them, but I can tell you that this is critically important because this is also what it looks like to acknowledge what history truly was.
When you were running for mayor, you submitted a written statement to a reparations convening that read in part, New York City participated actively in the slave trade and furthered its legacy through racist institutions, policies, and laws. The city should reconcile and repair this legacy of slavery, stolen wealth, and discrimination. You added that you were proud to support the new Reparations Commission examining Wall.
All right. Oh, that was the end of it. My bad.
New York.
It's replaying.
New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani says he isn't ruling out cash reparations for people impacted by slavery, but won't make a decision until a city commission completes its study. During a recent interview, Mamdani said New York City played a significant role in the slave trade and that acknowledging that history is important. The commission's final recommendations on reparations are expected in 2027. While critics continue debating the potential cost and impact of the proposal, don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily news.
So again, there's the big carrot. It's the big chitlin. It's the golden chitlin for niggas. That's what it is. It ain't the carrot, it's the golden chitlin. Nigga dangle that golden chitlin. Nigga, he be like, nigga, chitlins, golden chitlins. They got mustard on it. Is that the chitlin with the mustard on it? That's why it's golden. Hey, nigga, you know you got to put some mustard and some hot sauce on your chitlins, or you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have no good chitlins. Is that what that is? Is that mustard on the golden? Is that what that is? Why you call it golden? Like, is that Golden's chitlins? Nigga, they are dangling the golden chitlin in front of niggas, and now Mandamni, or whatever his name, Mandummy, he's just the latest person in charge of the chitlin. He's just the latest person in guard of the chitlin juice. And he gets to dangle that little chitlin in front of niggas where nothing is going to ever happen. Nothing's going to ever happen. Now, having said that, if through his study, because the reparations or the restitution should go to the Aboriginals who had to give up the land in New York, like Central Park So if he's serious, if he's truly serious, then that research will pull up how a lot of so-called black people aren't black people. They're Aboriginal. Just like Wu-Tang. Did y'all know that? Y'all know Wu-Tang is did y'all know Wu-Tang is Aboriginal, like Native American? ODB used to try to break it down a little bit. When he's Manhattan, the sold in the he says, my grandfather is sold in Manhattan to the white man, my grandfather. What's that bar? He said, when Indians sold Manhattan to the white man, my grandfather. Get knocked right the fuck out. Come to the cookout. So shout out to ODB. He was breaking it down. He knew. And so him, RZA, and Jizza, they're Native American. They're family. So if Mandemney is true, he'll start passing out reparations for the land that was lost for Central Park, the Seneca, and all the rest of those. You know, the Seneca Native Americans were the ones they took Central Park from. So if you real, man, bitchy, you'll give the land back, at least some of the land back to the Seneca or the descendants of the Seneca or the Aboriginals who the land was stolen from. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just saying, I don't think that's gonna happen. I just really don't think that's gonna happen. But hey, man, bitchy, man, Dumney, this motherfucker, he really is playing the part. He has everybody thinking he's about to smash out. Yo, everybody, let's make sure we hit the Cash App. We're stuck on 190 for the day, everybody. Don't make me cut this damn live stream off. But make sure you guys hit the super chats and the Cash Apps, everybody. Oh, wait, hold on. I missed one. Roger Rose, appreciate you, brother. We're at 220 for the day. I didn't see your super chat in there, brother. Appreciate you, bro. This is Walmart lemon pepper chicken donation. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. So we're up to 240 for the day. Wait a minute. 220. I can't count. 220. We're at 220 for the day. So thank you, guys. Moving along. In Skittle news. So Trump, he made a trans joke, a Transformer Decepticon joke this week. And wait, what'd you say? If you read between the lines, Sid Rosenberg is saying Trump is a nice guy and doesn't want anyone to die. But he and his Zionist buddies are not nice people and want to see. Yeah, that's what he's saying. That is what he's saying. For sure. That is you're absolutely right. That is what he's saying. Trump's a nice guy. He doesn't want to kill people, but we do. The Zionists, we sure do. We want to take everybody out. You're right. That is what he's saying. But then Trump called somebody a transformer. Well, Trump said a joke this week. He said one of the reporters, the CNN reporters, looked like Dylan Mulvaney, that's the Bud Light dude Bud Light destroyed their whole country for this motherfucker. they lost their damn mind. Why the hell would Bud Light destroy their whole goddamn country? I mean, their whole business for this shit. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. So check this out. Oh wait, let me find the first one. Damn it. All right, hold on. I guess this is it right here. All right, here we go.
That market cap has gone down. Collins and trans people. Part of his speech at the correspondence dinner is telling Caitlin Collins to smile, that she's an attractive girl and she just needs to smile. And watch how super uncomfortable the audience looks. And as if that wasn't bad enough, he went on to say that he thought Caitlin Collins hit it big with a Bud Light commercial, but then realized it wasn't her. And that he informed her it wasn't her, that it was Dylan Mulvaney. So Dylan Mulvaney made a commercial for Bud Light. And
Yo, Trump can't be funny sometimes. He said old girl looked like the Transformer dude.
Trump said it was the worst marketing cap ever, that they lost $35 billion or something like that. And he said, I would never hire Dylan. Here's the clip so you can be just as disgusted as I was.
Ooh.
Caitlin Collins, on receiving her award, was all about me. It's a fake. She shouldn't get the award. It was a fake, but I didn't mind. I said, Caitlin, congratulations. But it was fake. There's no question about it. But she's a young, attractive woman. She never smiles. I said, Caitlin, do you have a smile? Smile. You have a nice position. You're at CNN Fake News. You should be a happy person. So smile, Caitlin, just smile. But we attack, and I thought Caitlin had really made it big with a major new sponsorship. But then I informed her that it wasn't her on the Bud Light can. It was Dylan Mulvaney. And Dylan Mulvaney cost Bud Light $35 million in market cap. That was the worst commercial ever made, by the way, for those few people that want to hear that. Most people don't care, but I would. I wouldn't want to hire Dylan anytime soon. Think of it. They hired Dylan Mulvaney, and their market cap has gone down by $35 billion. Who wrote that commercial?
Boy. So we got to talk about a hilarious story.
Yo, Stud Light is hilarious. Think it says Stud Light. Stud Light is hilarious. Yo, Jeffrey Hicks, appreciate you, bro. Got us up to $2.25 for the day. Thank you, bro, for the cash app. Stud Light is absolutely hilarious.
May the force be with you.
So Stud Light is funny. So check it out. Here we
President
go.
Trump triggered the mainstream liberal media and liberals during the White House Correspondents' Dinner when he made a joke about Caitlin Collins, the CNN news anchor who never smiles, right? Who has permanent resting bitch face. He made a joke about.
Yo, real quick, my bad. I didn't see this. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. Appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app. Thank you for the cash app. He.
May the force be with you.
All right. Got us to 245 for the day. Appreciate you. All right, here we go.
Her looking like Dylan Mulvaney, right? Which she looks a lot like Dylan Mulvaney.
Look at the person. I want y'all to look at this person right here. This chick right here. Alleged chick. And then, you know, honestly say, does this person look like, you know, determine, does this person look like Dylan Mulvaney? Watch the comparison.
Be honest with you. Dylan Mulvaney, a transgender influencer who we were told was.
Right, here we go.
Right. And he outfit, right? This meme on this joke. And they're calling it an attack. I don't think it's an attack. It's just a joke, right? And he posted this meme on True Social of Caitlin Collins in the same outfit, right? The Bud Light commercial that Dylan Mulvaney was in, which, you know, in my opinion, guys, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. There doesn't really appear to be that much of a difference, right? You didn't have to do that much Photoshop work in order to get this to look very similar.
Yo, how similar do these two motherfuckers look? Yo, you do got a strong ass look in your face, girl. Just saying. Your face look like it do 100 push-ups an hour. Motherfucker be doing HIIT workouts with her face. But I'm just saying, she got a strong ass face. Like, nigga, face be walking into the stores like, give me 5 packs of Cools. No, I'm just, I ain't gonna smoke it with my mouth. I'm smoking it with my cheek, my face. She got a strong ass face, nigga. She got a Incredible Hulk, world breaker Incredible Hulk face.
They just needed some red lipstick, and boy, I mean, it basically would have been the same picture.
Look, nigga, she ain't got no strong face. Tell me she can't, her fucking face can't do muscle ups. Y'all, if you're in the gym, you know what a muscle up is. Her face is doing muscle ups.
Blow meltdown amongst liberals. Take a look.
The feud between Trump and Caitlin Collins has just escalated to a whole new level by Trump as she responded yesterday to the vile comments he made about her at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Here they are.
They'll learn to listen. But I want to personally congratulate CNN's Caitlin Collins on receiving her award. It's all about me. It's a fake. She shouldn't get the award. It was a fake, but I didn't mind. I said, Caitlin, congratulations. But it was fake. There's no question about it. But she's a young, attractive woman. She never smiles. I said, Caitlin, do you have a smile? Smile. You have a nice position. You're at CNN Fake News. You should be a happy person. So smile, Caitlin. Just smile. But we attacked, and I thought Caitlin had really made it big with a major new sponsorship. But then I informed her that it wasn't her on the Bud Light can. It was Dylan Mulvaney. And Dylan Mulvaney cost Bud Light $35 billion in market cap.
Caitlin Collins responded to those remarks from Trump yesterday, saying, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent," an Eleanor Roosevelt quote. CNN went and backed her up on that, saying they fully support her. This is Trump's response to Caitlin Collins' response to his horrific comments. Yeah, he thinks this is funny, but no one's laughing. Like and share this if you think Trump is a vile, disgusking pig.
Donald Trump is doubling down on his attacks against Caitlin Collins, the CNN journalist, this afternoon while America is at war with Iran, posting a meme of her as Dylan Mulvaney in the Bud Light commercial. Now, the reason I even show you this is because in his replies, he is getting brutally roasted by his own supporters. GFY, you're despicable. Idiot. You stupid loser fat. You're ruining the economy, got us into a forever war, and you're posting like a child. Country is in shambles. No one can afford anything. Stop their help. You're not doing what we voted you in.
Now, to me, this is just a simple joke. But where people, the elephant in the room is that nobody wants to talk about is why is it offensive for you to say this is all the Femocrats, the woke ass Femocrats and shit on that side. Hold on. So the woke ass Femocrats on that side, they won't say this. This is the real elephant in the room. If a woman or a trans woman is a woman, again, this is what they say. Trans women are women. What do you say? You're just an asshole. You cisgendered motherfucker. Trans women are women. Change your name to some shit called cis, nigga. I didn't agree to that. Don't call me that. They can call you what they want, but you can't call them what you want. They can call you cis. Like, nigga, I didn't make up that. Who the fuck are you to call me cis? Any goddamn thing. That's CIS bullshit, right? But for you, when you start calling them some shit, no, you can't call me whatever. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, if trans women are women, why is it an insult to say that that woman or any woman who agrees with that philosophy looks like another woman who's supposed a trans woman who's supposed to be a woman? You know why? Because they full of shit. They know damn well it's not a fucking compliment for you to call a woman to say a woman look like a dude or a woman who used to be a dude. They know they full of shit, man. But they can't really say it out in the open, so they just call it, they shit on Trump. Trump just made a simple joke. He said one person looked like another person. The insult within the joke is coming from the Femocrats. Trump just said, "Oh, I saw Caitlin Collins and I saw Dylan Mulvaney. I thought it was Caitlin Collins." Bam. That's pretty much the joke. But the backlashery that's coming is from their own. We don't agree that women or trans women are women. That's the real shit. It says Tropic Thunder. So check it out. Here we go.
For Bia Reagan, pull us out of this now. Your cabinet sucks. How about let's wrap it up with Iran and stop the silly posting? So very, very tacky, Donnie. How low can you go? Wait, I don't want to know, but I'm sure we'll see soon enough. Dear Mr. President, I wonder how much time and energy you can dedicate to your important presidential office if you spend all day posting such superfluous things here. Even those on Truth Social, including those who voted for him, are fed up with this. And while he continues to attack Caitlin Collins because she won't smile at him, his own supporters are turning their backs against him. Follow for more.
Trump has responded to the backlash he received after saying, "I want to personally congratulate Caitlin Collins. I thought she'd really made it big with a major new sponsorship." But then I informed her that it wasn't her on the Bud Light can. It was Dylan Mulvaney. His response is this. He's such a fucking dick.
Why?
He posted this half an hour ago.
Why?
Probably 11:30 PC time.
You can't say why you think he's a shit. You know why? Because then you would get canceled. See, this is the funny thing. They just, all the backlash, all the hatred, they have to just funnel and direct towards Trump because they know if they really say why they believe this is a fucking insult, this is a foul insult, is because the one motherfucking woman, trans women ain't women. they'll get murdered. They'll get canceled. So all of the evil backlash has to go to Trump. Okay, I see how it is.
I'm on Sunday. Fucking dick. An asshole. It's just an asshole. That's all. Such a fucking dick. I posted this half an hour ago. Probably 11:30 DC time on Sunday. Fucking dick. An asshole. It's just an asshole. That's all there is to it.
Most of you have probably seen or heard by now what Trump had to say about CNN news journalist Caitlin Collins at that White House Correspondents' Dinner that just passed. And then fast forward to today, he put this picture up of Caitlin Collins. Now, this picture is mocking who he said Caitlin Collins looks like, which is Dylan Mulvaney, who is a transgender woman. And baby, I just have one thing to say. Something is wrong with this man. You have all the time on your hands to sit up and post things like this instead of, as we always say, running the country. Again, this just proves that this man does not like women. He don't like women.
Why not? You said Dylan Mulvaney. Ain't Dylan... I'm a lady. Ain't that how Dylan be saying it? Hey, guys, I'm a lady. I'm a lady, guys. Hey, don't you see my breasts? Don't you see my nipples that look like breasts? Come on, guys. Together, aboard, together. No. So, apparently, that's an insult. Real quick. Yo, shout out to Transcendental. Thank you, brother. For the Cash App.
May the force be with you.
Got us to 255 for today. Appreciate you, bro. So, apparently, a transformer lady is not a lady. Like, you sure? I mean, your voice, it's so feminine. Yeah, I know. I know, man. I worked so hard on it. I worked day and night for the last 2 days. How do I sound? You want to fuck me? You want to fuck me yet? I mean, come on. Like, not yet. Like, not quite. Come on. I've been working hard. Come on, man. As feminine as I can get. Keep working. Keep working. It's going to get there one day. One of these days. One of these days you're going to get there. I promise. I promise you'll get there one of these days. So, shout out. Hey, Trump's still funny. Trump's still funny than a motherfucker. He may be a bitch ass nigga getting ball gargling bitch reel and getting bent over and ramalama ding dong to the Havla Gila band. What is that? The Havla Gila hop. He may be getting mangled to the Havla Gila hop, but that nigga's still funny. So moving along. In the science and the weird, we got a whole lot of nigga news today. That's why we're kind of moving through this other stuff pretty quick. We got a whole lot of nigga news. But I don't know what you're talking about, King Lemuel Productions. I don't know what you mean, bro. Just saying. Motherfuckers be working on their voices hard. You got to respect it. Hey, do I sound feminine yet, guys? Huh? Come on. Give me a Whitney Houston song. And I will always love. Hold on, there it comes. You. Like, woo. You hit that note. Like, and I. Come on. You keep it going. Like, I'm just saying, man, you're doing great. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, man. So moving along, like I said, in the science and the weird. That's what they be sounding like to me. I'm not joking. That's what they sound like to me. I'm just, breaking down what they sound like to me. Maybe they don't sound like that to you. They do to me. That's all I'm saying. Oh, shit. All right, moving along. Y'all got me over here laughing, man. Stop playing. Oh shit! Every time I do that, I strain my voice when I do that shit because I be going and shit. But because I be trying to do 2 different octaves and shit. But y'all be killing. Yo, Dwayne Hicks, bro, appreciate you, brother. Is it put me back on the Zoom link for Sunday? Mel, you talk to Mel. Mel is in the damn thing right now. Mel, did you hear that? You took Dwayne off the Zoom link list, bruh. put Dwayne back on the Zoom link. Stop playing.
May the force be with you.
Talking about for the police stop law classes. So again, you guys can't sign up for those individually, but you can go if you do want to get on in there. You better hop your butt on in there. Know Your Rights Foundation. Get on in here and get this damn.
Sometimes silence is the only thing that speaks for you. And this card reminds them I have that right.
That's not the video. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
It only takes one moment, one wrong move, one unexpected stop. When life gets real, know what to do, know what to say. Join KYRF.org today.
Wow! Know your rights!
Know your rights. Absolutely. And then I forgot to show you this, but remember when, so this is the new public official bonds book I've been telling you guys. But this has all the new stuff in it. Everything that I recovered, I found where they hide everything. I found it all. Went through the web, went through Madam Web's web. That little blind chick. Y'all know the Madam Web. Y'all watch Spider-Man. We're going to talk about Spider-Man in a minute. I just saw it yesterday. But Madam Web, the blind chick who be helping Spider-Man between worlds. Talking about the real Madam Web, not that bullshit-ass movie that just came out. But I searched. I went through Madam Web. I went through the web, and I found it all. And put it in this book. The lingo, the insurance lingo that you have to use if you want to get noticed. There's a link. There's a language that you have to know, as well as all 50 states that have turned themselves into insurance companies. The states, the counties, and the cities have turned themselves into insurance companies. And this is where the public officials, they hold their bonds. They get their bonds with the city, state, or the county. This is why this is why you can never find them, or it's very hard to find. Not never find them, but it's very hard to find them. In the previous public official bond book, I gave you all the laws and places where to go find them, but a lot of times they would hide them and move them around. So I did a deep dive. Y'all can thank me later. Thank me now by buying this damn book or the other books. But I found them all 50 states, contact numbers, websites, how much the bonds and insurances are worth, everything. Found it all. Addresses where the actual physical addresses of the companies. And as well, the main point is the language. I found out the language that they call the things that they call these policies. They don't call them policies and stuff like that. They call them different things. So this is the best way for you to support, but you will get this brand new public official bond book if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research. And this is why they are so important.
A public official surety bond is a hidden tool to stop police misconduct. Because normally, when an officer violates your rights, taxpayers just foot the bill through massive city settlements. But take a patrol officer who unlawfully detains and handcuffs you without reasonable suspicion. Before putting on a uniform, every officer is legally required to carry one of these bonds. It acts like a personal malpractice insurance policy to protect the public from negligence. Instead of suing the city, you can file a formal charge of harm, called a lien, directly against the officer's individual bond. This targets the officer's personal coverage and collateral, completely bypassing the city's deep pockets. The moment that lien is officially filed, their bond is compromised. Without active, clear coverage, that officer instantly becomes an uninsured liability to the local government. To protect the city from financial risk, the police department is forced to immediately pull them from public interaction. So that unlawfully detaining officer from the beginning, they are stripped of patrol duties and stuck writing a desk until that lien is fully satisfied.
You heard her. That's why the bond is so important. You can place a claim on that bond, and they cannot work. You have them under a barrel when you do that. All right. And as well, did I show you? This is why you want the constitutional rights card.
How can a simple piece of paper strip a police officer's legal protection? Normally, officers are shielded from lawsuits unless you prove they acted with willful ignorance, knowingly violating clearly established law. Imagine you're recording a traffic stop, and an officer demands to search your car without probable cause. You immediately state you do not consent, and hand them a physical legal notice warning them of the exact rights you're invoking, your constitutional rights card. But if the officer ignores the card and searches your car anyway, how does that piece of paper actually help? By warning the officer on camera before the unlawful act occurs, you legally obligate them to investigate your claim. When they proceed anyway, they aren't making a simple mistake. You've just proven willful ignorance. This recorded proof destroys the government protection that typically shields officials from personal liability, their qualified immunity. With that barrier shattered, the officer is now exposed in their personal capacity, leaving them wide open to a Title 42 Section 1983 civil lawsuit and claims against their surety bond. And that initial illegal search of your vehicle, it has now become the exact piece of recorded proof required to successfully sue the officer.
So you see, there you go. That's why you need to know your rights. You need to know your damn rights. You understand? So let's get back real quick. Oops. Sorry. I have to remove that first. And then, man, so yeah, the wokies are still tripping.
And he don't like transgender women. Because why are you always attacking women? Especially women that stands up to you and women that challenges you. But this is the guy who y'all say, this is the guy. He is a great president. Baby, I might want to stop saying that because, again, something ain't right.
Yeah. So you see that, you heard that. I find this story.
Now, look at them side by side. Everybody, this is them side by side in the most glammed up pictures that they take. Tell me that she don't got some strong features like this motherfucker. Tell me she don't got some strong ass features like this motherfucker right there. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Let me see. Where's the chat? Let me see. Come on. What say you? Yeah, that's really close. See? See? Yeah, that's damn close, ain't it? Come on. Now, was Trump really that off? Or was he like, yo, y'all kind of look alike? Like, if I close one eye and roll this other eye around a little bit, and I slap myself in the back of the head, y'all kind of look alike. And goddamn, this is Bizarro. Bizarro. Wait, what'd you say, Mel? He says, the Mandy is strong. The Mandy is strong in both of them. Oh, shit. Y'all niggas hilarious. But, so was Trump really off, guys? Come on, man.
To be hilarious for so many reasons, and I'm going to get into it. But let's be real, right? Let's be.
Hold on, look at all the comparison. Look at all the comparisons that they about to show between the two. Watch this.
Is it accurate? I mean, really? I mean, like, come on, look at these pictures, bro. Like,
look, yo, look. Come on, man. Trump be on some bullshit a lot, most of the time. But right here, right here, I don't think so. I think Trump he hit the nail on the head.
They look very similar. Okay, they look something. And some of these pictures,
oh my God,
you know, obviously may have a little bit of work done to them. But I mean, this is Caitlin Collins, right? This is what Caitlin Collins looked like. Okay, this is what Dylan Mulvaney looks like. I mean, they
yo, what the fuck? Hey, just saying, think Trump might have been a little spot on with this one. Just saying. Pronounce. Chisel cut. Hell yeah, they chiseled the fuck up, ain't they? So just don't think Trump was too off with that assessment there. Just saying. The crying game. Oh shit, it's crying games. It's crying games. Oh man. So moving along in the science and the weird, says America faces a cyber apocalypse as experts warn rogue AI could cripple the nation in one day. Damn. After model escapes human control. Wow. Yo, they really trying to fuck. They're trying to mess it up, man. I think they are really trying. Hold on. All right, here we go. They're really trying to let the AI bots take over, or AI period. America faces cyber apocalypse as experts warn rogue AI to cripple nation in a day after model escapes human control. The shocking security breach carried out by a rogue AI could be the first of a new generation of cyber nightmares that threaten society, and an expert has warned. ChatGPT creator OpenAI publicly revealed on July 21st that one of its advanced models escaped containment, accessed the internet, and hacked another AI company's systems. The unprecedented breach, believed to be the first time an AI model has independently infiltrated another company's database without human instruction, has sparked global alarm and comparisons to the robot uprising depicted in The Terminator and The Matrix. Yep. Skynet is here, bitches. Skynet is here. However, Yep. Okay. Oops. However, digitalwarfare.com James Knight told Daily Mail, this is no fantasy, warning that AI-powered hacking programs could devastate a nation in a single day by simultaneously breaking into thousands of corporate and government networks, stealing sensitive data, and paralyzing vital systems, with ransomware. Holding your shit hostage. God damn. Knight, a veteran cybersecurity expert whose company is hired to uncover weaknesses in major corporations' computer systems, said, for 2 years now, we have had AI software that can already achieve this level of breach within 15 minutes. For 2 years. He added that the nightmare scenario of genetic AI, or agentic AI, which are AI-fueled hacking programs being used by terror groups or hostile nations to target thousands of companies at once without human input, could become a reality within 25 years. Shit. Within that time frame, Knight predicted that rogue AI systems would be able to run entire hacking campaigns, at machine speed. Holy shit. Scanning for targets, breaking in, moving through networks, stealing data, and even spreading ransomware to thousands of companies and millions of people. Nigga, this is Skynet. Knight warned AI could eventually be paired with powerful new computers capable of breaking even the strongest digital security protections, allowing criminals to access everything from emails and financial records to military secrets within seconds. Damn. Yo, B Mills, thank you for the cash app. Appreciate you. B Mills.
May the force be with you.
Thank you, everybody, for hitting the cash apps and the super chats. Appreciate y'all. All right, let me so yeah, AI about to take over. Skynet. Michael Dyson. Anybody who's Michael Dyson? Everybody, y'all some G's. If you remember who Michael Dyson is, you a gangster. Who is Michael Dyson? Damn it! If you know who Michael Dyson is, y'all know y'all are in the game. But we are in that era. We about to get Michael Dyson. It's about to be over for us. Who is it? Y'all don't know. Y'all didn't put it in there. Is it Eric Dyson? Eric Dayon? Is it Eric? What? Did you say Eric Dyson? Who is Eric Dyson? Is it Eric Dyson? Let me look it up. Let me make sure. Let me see. I don't think y'all got it right. Let's see. Hold on. Wait a minute. What was his character? Hold on. What was it? Yeah. Oh, Miles Dyson. My bad. It's not Michael Dyson. It's Miles Dyson. My bad. No, Miles Dyson. If you know who Miles Dyson is, who is Miles Dyson? Y'all think it's hilarious. It's not Eric Mike Dyson. Michael Eric Dyson. No, it's Miles Dyson. If you know, we're in that era right now. Who is Miles Dyson? There you go. He got it. Somebody pray. Who was the first one that got it though? That was Bam. Reginald King. He got it. Miles Dyson. That's the nigga who took the Terminator hand. That's the nigga who created he created Skynet. Michael Dyson or Miles Dyson in Terminator is the one who created Skynet. That's where we at right now. Holy shit. Just make sure when you interact with AI, don't let AI control the situation. Really, the best way to do AI is you got to be smarter than AI when you use it. However, don't let it control you. Don't let it control you. Don't let it tell you what to do. Don't let it guide you around. Don't be lazy. Still maintain your agency with AI. You control it. It doesn't control you. What'd you say, Mel? This is Dwayne Hicks. Now I know that this is. So Dwayne, if you're watching, Mel said he needs your email. You should have his email, Mel. I don't know why you don't have his email. So he needs your email to put you back on. We'll get it figured out after the live stream. Don't worry. So moving along, chickens could be fueling a surge in bugs linked to or a bug linked to bowel cancer. A study suggests. Chicken? No, I just started back. On chicken. Excuse me. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. Gotta get some water. So, chicken. Back to the game. Chicken. Now, if you're eating chicken, fast food chicken, that ain't chicken. Like from, established fast food places. If you're eating fast food chicken, it's not chicken. I've been watching. I went down a whole bunch of rabbit holes. There's one channel their excuse me, damn. Their whole channel is showing you the food that's in the supermarket and showing you how fucked up it is. That's the whole damn channel. It's like, nigga, don't buy cheese. It'll show you all the cheese, but it does give you alternatives though. So even though it's showing you the bad food, it's showing you good food alternatives. But so it showed chicken one day. I was like, holy shit. I was like, chicken? I was like, it showed the fast food chicken from the fast food places. So damn. You guys should not be eating that crap. That shit is like paste. They grind it down into like a powder and then re-wet it and pack it into like a paste. Excuse me. Pack it into like a paste and then let it re-harden and shit. And then they, so you eating chicken dough. That's what it is. It's chicken dough. they create like a doughy, pulley shit out of the chicken after grinding it down and beating the shit out of it so damn much. They create this powdery, rubbery shit. It's like chicken dough. And then that's what you eat. That's what you're eating. It's chicken dough. So check it out. British chickens could be fueling. It says British chickens, but British chickens are cleaner than American chickens. So if it's British chickens are this dirty, goddamn, how dirty are American chickens? British chickens could be fueling surge in bug-linked bowel cancer, study suggests. Modern chicken farming may be allowing a dangerous bacteria linked to cancer and sepsis to thrive, scientists have warned. Oxford University researchers have found a 100-fold increase in the spread of Campylobacter among commercial chickens over the last 35 years. Campylobacter in contaminated, uncooked poultry is the main cause of bacterial food poisoning in the UK. That's everywhere, not just UK, leading to around 70,000 deaths last year. While most people will recover within a week, infection from bacteria can be deadly. It has even been linked to changes that fuel the spread of bowel cancer. So you got to watch out. Make sure y'all, first of all, don't eat chicken dough. You can't eat chicken dough. That's a no-no. Chicken dough is a no-no. All right. Then when you get your chicken, you got to wash it. Don't listen to white folks. White folks will tell you not to wash your meat. No diddy. They'll tell you not to wash your meat. Don't ever listen to them. You should always wash every goddamn anything that you eat, pretty much. You should wash it. Even if it's like organic vegetables and shit, still wash that shit off. You don't know. You never fucking know. So if you clean your chicken, but then you got to cook it all the way. See, now this to me, this is probably why it's saying Britain, because there's a lot of white folks over in Britain. Britain don't be, white folks don't necessarily cook their food all the way. I'm just saying. Not all white folks. There's some white folks out here got some good food. You know what I'm saying? When they take the raisins out of the damn potato salad. Look here. No raisins, no almonds. I don't need none of that shit. I don't need no grapes, apples. I don't need none of that shit in my potato salad. You understand me, white people? Y'all done gone too goddamn far. Y'all went crazy. But they've never known too many white people who can cook chicken though. Not like we cook chicken. Let me say that. There's a fast food place out, not a fast food, a restaurant, a soul food place, not fast food, but a soul food restaurant out here close to Beverly Hills. It's not right. It's not in Beverly Hills, but it's close. It's owned by this Caucasian lady, and her main thing is fried chicken. She be boasting. She grew up in Arkansas or Louisiana, one of them places, and she be boasting about her chicken. I was like, girl, I went there one day and she was there. Me and my ex-girlfriend, we went there and she was there, and I started talking shit. I started talking about the chicken, and so it's funny because a lot of black people go to white people places, especially white people soul food places. So when I went in there, I was the only black person in there. Me and my ex-girl, she's a big mix with a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm the only nigga in there. So we ordered the chicken. And so she was at the place. She's like, oh, you gonna love this chicken. She was like, do you like you fried chicken? I was like, yeah, girl. I said, my people from the South, my people from Arkansas, I cook chicken. I said, girl, I cook chicken. So we was banging. I was like, girl, this chicken better be good. She bought this chicken back out. I was like, this chicken ain't gonna be good. That was the only time I was like, God damn. This white girl, she hooked that chicken up. She's an older white chick too. So this shout out to that white lady. But they don't cook their chicken all the way usually. That's the reason I got into that. This white lady chicken, it was perfect. She cooked that shit up. But usually they don't season it and they don't cook it all the way. Now, do yourself a favor. An example of this, there's a lady who has a famous channel. You said Daryl. Daryl, that movie Daryl, yo. But there's a lady who has a famous channel. She got a little zesty Fruitopian son who be filming her all the time. The channel is called Josh and Mama. Now she country as hell. Yeah, Josh, what we gonna cook today? She be, country as hell. What we gonna do? So she gets crazy ass white recipes from TikTok and she be making them motherfuckers up. No seasoning, nothing. She boiled some goddamn burger. She took some hamburger, rolled it up in a ball, no goddamn seasoning, and threw it in the goddamn water pot. Because she said it was supposed to make the goddamn burger more. She said it was gonna make the burger more juicy, putting it in water before. She called it frying it in water. Hey, let me tell you something. Y'all want to laugh your asses off? Go look up Josh and Mama. She be cooking the weirdest, craziest shit. Oh my God. She boiled the hamburger, called it frying it in water so they could be more juicy. Like, girl, if you don't get your ass out of here, your country white ass. Oh man, they funny though. She funny. She will fucking fix anything. She'll put anything in. Goddamn. You want to have a laugh, a crazy ass laugh? Go watch Josh and Mama and watch her cook some shit. It'll disgust you and entertain you simultaneously. Yo, Spread Well, appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app, bro. I will pay you to never mention Josh and Mama ever again. Never mention that shit again. Yo, bro, that shit is funny, bro. To see how white people cook, I'm like, yo, it's so different from how we cook. I've been cooking since I was 6, so I'm pretty much like a chef. Just made me some smothered chicken wings last night. Some smothered chicken wings. Hooked that shit up last night. But to see them cook, oh man, you really appreciate our cooking when you go watch Josh and Mama. Let me just tell you that. You really appreciate our cooking. Because goddamn, she boiled some burgers talking about frying them in water. Oh Lord Jesus, how you frying burgers in water, girl? What the fuck, man? Oh, goddamn. I was like, holy shit, man. So just cook your chicken, wash your chicken, and that bacteria won't be on it. The cancer-causing bacteria. This more, like I said, this sounds like more of a white problem to me. It sounds more of a Caucasian problem, a pale problem. Pale problems. What are we gonna call them? Pale problems. So moving along. What is the Human Meat Project? What is that? What is the Human Meat Project? Holy shit. Like, now I showed you guys about the cannibal clubs and all the rest of that. Oh no. Hey, real quick, hey, Dwayne, Mel says he can't find your email. So make sure you email me at realnagas realnagas at gmail.com today with your email so that we can send it to Mel. Excuse me. All right. Again, email me your email. This is Dwayne Hicks. Email me your email today at realnagas at gmail.com so we can send it to Mel. All right. So moving along, like I said, the human this is called the human something something. The Human Meat Project. Man, what the hell? Is the Human Meat Project. Hold on. So this is Dre OG. He be having some weird ass shit on here.
Says welcome.
Stuff like that. Think about it. Your melanin is worth over $400 per gram. That's worth more than gold. So
it's worth $800 a gram on the market right now. It's double what he said. Your melanin is worth $800 a gram on the market right now. You understand? So that's why you need to have this great book of melanin research. Learn why you're the most valuable thing on the planet.
How much is each individual person worth? A lot of damn money, especially on the black market. But you gotta like everybody should be on the lookout because they need different people for different reasons. Some of y'all just food, you know. But yeah, hey, it's everybody in this joint. I gotta look out, man. Make sure that these people couldn't even answer like questions that a regular cop will be able to answer quickly, fast, quick. Because they know. But they know who to do that with, though. They know who to do that with.
Yo, Brandon, Terry, and Spread Wealth. Thank you guys for the cash apps. And the super chat.
May the force be with you.
Appreciate you. He says the Human Meat Project. You talking about Soylent Green? Yeah. Wait until they find out about the mortuary cemetery scams. Yep. It's going down like that too, for sure. So here we go. Look at this. Human meat shoulder. You see that right there? Human meat shoulder.
Well, I come across a new rabbit hole called the Human Meat Project. This is a company or an organization that evidently looks for donations of human bodies to produce as human food for consumption. Let's get into it. So here is some of the literature from the Human Meat Project. It says, welcome to the Human Meat Project. We are the Human Meat Donation Program. By donating bodies for human consumption, we are taking action to solve overpopulation, which leads to climate change and greenhouse effects caused by the mass farming of livestock animals in order to feed the world. At Human Meat Project, we value every body and every life. Wow. Can you believe that? It says we emphasize on the source and origins of the human meat to deliver the diversity of our world and reveal the worrying differences of the quality of life across the globe. And the literature goes on to say that over time, the human population has increased rapidly across the globe, leading to a higher demand for food, especially meat products. With this increasing demand, land for residential areas have become more difficult to find, and emissions from farms have risen every year, making the lives we lead less sustainable. We believe that by donating bodies and organs, we can make a change by creating alternate meat consumption options while addressing the value of a person's body. Really? Let's look a little bit deeper and see exactly what they offer. And like a funeral home or cremation service, they even have different, options for the donor. For instance, it says sometimes if a donor is fully committed to donating their body to society, we can give them an end date service. For an end date service, a donor can choose any date they want to be harvested. The date they want to be harvested? What does that even mean? Well, I think I know exactly what that means. Here is an example of one of their labels, per se, that explains exactly what they're selling individually and exactly who it comes from. For instance, you can see the label says human meat. The one at the top is actually a brain, and the ingredients are 100% human meat. The meat profile it gives, it shows the age of the donor, whether they're male or female, their race, the country they were born in, and their residential area. Also, as you can see, it even goes into body type. It says this brain was from an overweight body type and the lifestyle was lightly active. I mean, look at how detailed this is. Shoulder meat. Ingredients, 100% human meat. Age, 28. Gender, female. Diet, low carb, keto. Body type, average. Race, Asian. Country, Indonesia. Residential area, suburban. Lifestyle. style, likely active. This just blows my mind. Here is their documentation of the human meat nutrition facts. It goes on to say that one body can.
Oh, sorry. I said, does anybody believe that they're donors? Does anybody believe that? Again, they say these are donors. Now, do you remember that video of the Hispanic girl running outside of the damn building? And she was talking about they're eating people, they're eating babies and kids in there. Remember, she started flipping out? And then they said she was crazy and all that. I don't think I had that video, but the girl, she flipped out. And they said she was crazy. And she was like, they're eating people in there. The Mexican girl, oh, she was Hispanic. I don't know if she was Mexican, but she was Hispanic. And she ran out of the building. And she was like, they're eating babies. And she started tripping out. Nobody was believing her. This is that shit right here. This is that shit right here. Wait a minute. Can you hear me now? You guys still can't hear me? Yo. Can y'all hear me now? Am I back on? My mic was muted. I should be back on. Okay. Y'all can hear me. All right. So we know they're doing this in these secret clubs and societies on the low. Showed you the Cannibal Club. But now they have a system where you can donate. You can donate now. Now remember, cannibalism is not illegal. Unless you like some laws for defaming dead bodies. I mean, defamating dead bodies and stuff like that. What is it? Desecrating dead bodies. That's what it is. Not defaming, but desecrating dead bodies. There's some laws regarding that. But for the most part, eating a human that was already dead after they died, no, nothing in the books. You can do that. Crazy. Oh man, we are living in the fucking bullshit right now.
Feed up to 40 people. An average adult male, 65 kilograms only meat. It says human meat, often understated for its nutrition. Human meat protein and fat density could have the same or better than other convenient meat products like beef, chicken, and pork. As omnivores, human meat taste and texture is similar to pork. Not to mention the quality could be more substantial.
That's why you shouldn't eat pork. That's what they say. A pig is the closest thing to a human. Organs and flesh-wise. Which is crazy, right? Even though they don't have any pores. But organs and flesh-wise, pigs are the closest thing to a human. So when you eating pork, y'all niggas is cannibals. just letting you know.
Substantial, depending on the quality of life ratings. And you remember me showing you on the actual label that they detail the quality of life. For instance, if they're active, where they live, if they're overweight. This whole thing is just baffling to me. And keep this in mind, cannibalism is not explicitly illegal at the U.S. federal level, but it's effectively prohibited everywhere due to existing state laws against related crimes such as murder, assault, and the desecration of a corpse. However, Idaho is the only state with a specific statute that explicitly criminalizes the act of willfully ingesting the flesh or blood of a human being. Woo. So the Human Meat Project, who are they? What exactly is this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This was just a rabbit hole I wasn't ready for. Thanks for watching.
Yep. Goddamn. So shout out to Dre OG for that one. Holy shit, man. The Human Meat Project, y'all. Go look it up. Go check it out. Holy crap. That's all I got to say. Damn, man. Holy. So, real quick, I'm not going to show the story, but there is a story that just came out. If you guys be renting those e-bikes and e-scooters, do not do that. It said there's more fecal matter on those things than in bathrooms. Wash your damn hands. Y'all people don't be washing your hands. But yeah, those Lime scooters and Lime bikes and shit like that, they said there's more shit on those than there's actually in bathrooms. Yeah. Not doing that. That is the straight fuck or re. We're not doing that shit. So I bought my scooter, ain't looked back since. Bought my scooter, 6 years ago. Have not looked back since. That shit is still going strong. Shout out to my scooter. 6 years going strong, baby. And 3 accidents. Got hit by a car. Fucking smashed on the damn pavement. All of that shit. That bitch still going. Yes, get the likes up. Make sure you hit the like button, the hype button, and all the rest of the thingamajigs, the thingamabobs that make it move. We got to get him up because you know they shadow banning the crap out of me over here, man. I mean, holy shit, they are shadow banning the crap out of my channel. My channel don't move for like years and shit. Like it'll stay at the same damn number for years, which is statistically impossible to stay at the same number for exact number for years. Like, so they shadow banning the shit out of me. So again, man, you got to support, get this stuff, get in the algorithm. You got to beat the algorithm. Or I'm about to start selling you guys Red Bull. God damn it. We're moving along. And Evian water. I'll sell you some Evian water, but not some Red Bull. So moving along. In nigga news, moving on, we get into nigga news. So Luther Campbell from 2 Live Crew. Y'all remember Luke? Y'all remember Luke? How Luke used to get down? Let me find it. So Luther Campbell, did everybody know Luke is running for mayor, or excuse me, not mayor, but Congress. Luke is running for Congress, y'all. Luther Campbell, Mr. Shake Your Ass. Luther Campbell is running for Congress.
What Trump said about the election is really true.
Doodoo Brown.
It's real.
Yes. Doodoo Brown, Luke Campbell is running for Congress, y'all. Pop that pussy. Yes. That Luke Campbell. That Luke Campbell, y'all. Abso-goddamn-lutely. Yup. Uncle Luke. Fucking pop that pussy Luke. Doodoo Brown Luke. Me so horny Luke. Yes. That nigga running for Congress. But he says the shit is rigged. Ever since he finally got into it, he's starting to see, holy shit, this shit is rigged. Mostly for the Democrats, though. On the Democratic side. Because he has to run as a Democrat. So he's like, this shit is fixed. He said, pop that ballot. Wait, hold up. Wait, where you go? Pop that ballot. Pop that ballot. It's hilarious. All right, here we go. That's hilarious.
Now, they just told me there's a guy with dreadlocks going door to door for one of the women candidates, going door to door collecting ballots. Now, that's illegal. You got one lady in my race saying that she's the incumbent, and she's not. So Ron DeSantis is allowing that. So I guess Trump, you're gonna sit up there and let him allow this woman to have somebody, a guy with dreads, go to each of the old people's door, the seniors, and tell them, oh yeah, I'm the guy that's gonna take your ballot to the box. Really? So you're right, Trump people really do be rigging election, these career Democrats. I can't believe this. So that's what they're spending. That's why they need all this money to run these races, so they can pay people to go to people's door and get their ballots. Ron DeSantis, you need to investigate this. All you got to do is go to them houses of the people who already voted. You know who already voted. Check the ring camera.
I used to fucking look up to you, dog. I used to, fam,
Do you know what that by you stating that? Do you know what's at jeopardy by them taking away our fucking voting rights? By you co-signing that shit? Huh? You putting yourself over everything that all of our civil rights leaders has fought and fucking died for. Niggas, people fought and died for that shit.
Now, this is the thing. They're hating on Luke because he called out the cheating in the elections. But he called it out on the Democrat side. So now he mad. So now they all mad. So the behind the scenes is this. They just redid the district maps or whatever. Right? Just remember Supreme Court ruled they can do all that, whatever. So they redid the maps, and what's her name? Wasserman Schultz. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who's been a congresswoman for the last, 30 years. She lost her district. She lost her district. So she said, well, I'm going to run again. Fuck it. I'm just going to run in the black district. Because she, obviously black and Jews are the same, right? The Khazarians and the blacks are the same. We got the same exact motherfucker once. Every time you get Jews something, do something for the Jews, you're doing it for the blacks, right? So this is what she's doing. She's going and she's trying to take the black vote. So now there's like 4 candidates in the race. 3 niggas and her. She's staying in because she wants the black vote to split between those 3. And so she'll win. But what she's also doing is she's sending people out to do ballot harvesting. They go to the, nigga like him, they said the nigga with dreads. I don't know if it was him, but it's a nigga with the dreads. He goes and people like him, they go knock on doors and say, do you want me to take your ballot in for you? Yeah, we're a service who collects ballots and drops them off for people, who don't have the time to do it or who can't do it or whatever the hell, right? Who may not want to do it, whatever. So they'll take your ballot, and they filling those ballots out allegedly. Allegedly they filling those ballots out, right? So this is the cheating. So Wasserman Schultz, she's about to cheat for the Khazarians and take another seat in Florida. And that's why he says that she keeps saying she's running as an incumbent, and she's not. She's not an incumbent in that district. She was in the district that got destroyed. They took from her, but you don't have a district no more. You're a completely new run in this district with all the melanated brothers and sisters. So she's trying to steal the election from Luke because Luke would win. Luke is polling better than most people in the election. So if they leave her alone, or if the other 2 black people drop out, which they may be getting paid to stay in the race so that they will dilute it from Luke, Luke would win. This is crazy. Luke would be the next congressman if they don't cheat. I want to see Congressman Luke. God damn it. I need to see me a Congressman Luke, Uncle Luke. God damn it. I need to see it.
The Racist Ass Heritage Foundation did like a 3-year decade study and only found 1,600 different cases of election fraud over 30 fucking years. I ain't no election fraud, dog. Ain't no fucking election. You talk about 0.0000 fucking percent. But you co-signing with it? Do you know what that does?
Wait. So we got to talk about a juicy story out of Florida involving the Democrat primary in District 20, a district that was basically redrawn by the Republicans, and that has caused all type of issues for the Democrats. Okay, there are Democrats who are losing their positions, right, due to the fact that they have to run against each other in order to survive, right? And in this district, right, District 20, this is supposed to be the so-called black district, okay? And Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who is not black, but she has been a Democrat for a long time, a leader within the Democrat Party for a long time. She's running in that district. In the pro-black, he said, oh, hell no, we can't have this woman running in our district who is not black, right? They told her that she got to go run in the Jew district, right? This is what they said, right? He got to run in the Jew district. This is what they said. So I want to talk about this because
so that's what they're doing. So let's move on to
the
and Congressional District 20 is a prime example. This one said we are not outnumbered.
I don't understand the drama surrounding this race. Take a look.
Malcolm X once said we are not outnumbered, we're out-strategized. And Congressional District 20 is a prime example. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, a career politician, is running against 4 black candidates for District 20, which is a historically black district, hoping that they all remain in the race so she can split the vote and slide into the seat. It would seem to me that there would be a time when we would come together and decide amongst ourselves who is the best person to win. Currently, Luther Campbell is polling the highest.
Luke, Uncle Luke will be congressman if this cheating ass Khazarian bitch wasn't doing her dirt on the low. We can get Congressman Luke in this bitch, y'all. Anybody in Florida, please, yo, spread the word. We need Congressman Luke like we need air. I need to see Luke in Congress, goddamn. You understand me? Holy shit. Pop that pussy, Luke, in Congress? I need to see that.
The other candidates, Dale Holness, Sheila McCormick, and Elijah Manley, are still in the race. There's, I believe, 2 weeks to qualify. Sheila McCormick, as you may know, has resigned from Congress because of some improprieties and is likewise facing an indictment. Many believe that she very well may be staying in the race in order to leverage her criminal situation. That is certainly contrary to the Black community. I would urge you to speak to all of those candidates, and let's decide on one before Debbie Wasserman Schultz can pull her trick and steal that seat. It's a historically Black seat for Black people.
A plan to consolidate the number of candidates in the race for Florida's District 20 has fallen apart. 4 Black candidates said they would pick just 1 or 2 to move forward against Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz in an effort to preserve Black representation in the district, but that hasn't happened. CBS News Miami's Manuel Bojorquez is your reporter with the latest tonight.
So all the niggas, see, just like niggas don't ever do we don't band together to do anything for the collective good. It's all individual shit. This is why niggas ain't never have shit. Crab in a barrel bullshit. So they all agreed, yo, we'll back out and support the one that has the most support from us, from the people. We'll support the one who has the most support from the people. We'll drop out if he's melanated, so she won't get the seat. But then they ain't doing it. They all staying in the race because Luke is leading. They probably meant that if one of the other 3 was leading. They didn't expect pop that pussy fucking doo-doo brown. Doo-doo brown. Doo-doo brown. They ain't want that in Congress. They like, hold up. That's gonna represent us? Wait. Me so horny Luke is gonna represent us? So let's show you. You know the other ones is boule. These are boule people. Oops, damn it. So these are boule people. Bam, bam, bam. Luke ain't boule. Now they might have inducted him a while back. I don't think he's boule. But these boule people. They don't want Uncle Luke representing Black folks in Congress. You know that shit. They do not want so they're trying to cheat.
Pick just 1 or 2 to move forward against Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz in an effort to preserve Black representation in the district, but that hasn't happened. CBS News Miami's Manuel Bojorquez is your reporter with the latest tonight. Manny?
These were candidates Elijah Manley, Dale Holness, and Luther Campbell on Monday.
We had some good conversation amongst us.
Any decisions made?
It is definitely the feminazi. Yes. The feminine women who run the Democratic Party, the fembots who run the Black fembots who run the Democratic Party, they don't want him in there. They don't think he's probably a good representation for melanated people. So they're trying to they'll gladly give it up and dilute the vote for Wasserman Schultz if that means no doo-doo brown. A no doo-doo brown speech from the podium in the Congress.
We're working
toward the people agreeing on one thing. What is that?
Keeping this seat represented by somebody without lived experience.
CBS News Miami was there as the group, along with former Congresswoman Sheila McCormick, met privately to discuss who should move forward in the August primary against Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Wasserman Schultz's current district was drawn off the map by Republican-led redistricting. District 20 is one of the state's few majority Black districts and has been led by Black lawmakers for 34 years. In the end, all 4 candidates met today's deadline to qualify in the race. This was Dale Holness today.
So we're off to the races. But it has to be about policies that produces prosperity for the people.
McCormick, who resigned from representing the district amid a congressional ethics investigation, said in a statement, "I'm excited to campaign in the district I have represented for the last 5 years, where we've fought together and continue to get overwhelmed."
So she was embezzling money, had to quit. Now she's running again. she was frauding the people. She got elected, frauded the people, quit before all the shit blew out of proportion. Before the publicity blew out of proportion, and then she died. She laid low for a little bit. Now I'm back, bitches. Okay, she's Boule. They're paying her. She knows she ain't got no shot to win after you done already cheated the people.
Support for my re-election. Candidate Elijah Manley also weighed in.
I don't think it's going to come down to black or white. It's going to come down to who works the hardest, and I think I'm going to work the hardest.
And candidate Luther Campbell announced his qualification today, saying he would support working families of Broward County. Congresswoman Wasserman Schultz also issued a statement today reading in part that she is running to deliver resources to the people of Broward who know and trust her. The primary is August 18th. We're live in Miami. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Miami.
Yeah, see that you heard that. A whole lot of drama here. Okay, I just want you guys to understand. This district is...
So that's that right there. Ain't none of those candidates been to the Freaknik. Oh man, y'all clouded, nigga. Luke about to have it partying like that bitch. Oh, up in Congress. First of all, they already be partying in Congress. They just be doing the gay shit. Luke gonna bring the heterosexual, the twerking, the big booty twerkings. I want to see the booty twerk campaign. I want to see it, Luke. Need to see it, Luke. So moving along. Shout out to Luke. Shout out to Uncle Luke. You better win, goddammit. Them fucking Khazarians better not cheat you. The Khazarians are cheating their asses off, trying to make Luke lose. And he's in the lead, everybody. We got to push for Luke to get that seat, because I need to see that. So moving along, the pale races and Caucasians are highly upset about the Odyssey. Just had to mention this real quick. So they think it's bad that a so-called woke movie has done so good. I haven't seen it yet. I most likely won't like it because I am a movie nerd, and most of the movie nerds says it's a piece of shit. Most of the average people who watch movies, y'all the ones love it. Y'all don't know shit about movies. So most of y'all can't take none of y'all advice. So I probably will think it's shit just like everybody else. Not for the same reasons though. And for some of the same reasons. Like, even though the history was mistold and there were it was more multicultural than white history, or white told history will tell you. The stories that we become used to seeing these certain stories in certain scenarios and storylines. Then when you mess that up, you take yourself out of the fantasy. This whole shit is you're not supposed to be, or you can be, if you can put politics subtly within a movie and entertainment, then good. But entertainment is not for politics. Entertainment is so you can escape the everyday shit, or what they call modernity, modern day life. You don't want that shit. You see that every day. So you want escapism. So then when they come and they bring modern type politics and language and all that type of shit into a movie, nigga, I'm trying to escape. Trying to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see that shit. So apparently that's what they it's too modern for a lot of people. They don't take you into the actual time of when this happened. But with all of the wokeness going on in it. Now, like I said, I haven't seen the movie, but Caucasian supremacy does need to die. And this is where we are. We're Caucasian supremacy. It needs to die because at least that's the Caucasian hegemony, which means we want to be the military might and power around the world, telling everybody what to do. All of this is Caucasian pale supremacy. All of this comes with it. We get to tell you what to do. We get to kill your kids. We get to grape your women, steal your resources, and then smile in your face and act like we're going to make a deal with you to steal your shit, to rape you over, and then tell you to shut the fuck up when you have something to say about it. How dare you talk shit to me, bitch, for stealing your country? You see how good your country run now that it's ran by whites? You see how more efficient your country is now that we brought our whiteness in to discipline you niggers? I mean, come on. We made it better. We just made it better. Matter of fact, that coon Cajun bitch that I just cut off from the coon's perspective, whatever. So I call him the coon Cajun. That's the, like I said, that's where the word was birthed. But this motherfucker, the reason I call him that is because this nigga said one day that white supremacy was the greatest thing that ever happened to the world. That nigga said that shit. This motherfucker, he said white supremacy was the greatest thing that ever happened to the world. Like, nigga, what? Basically, like, if black people had stayed in power, the world wouldn't be as great as it is today. White people have implemented all these great systems and technologies around the world to make the world run great and be more profitable than it's ever been in the world, which he, in his mind, gives opportunity to melanated people that they never had before. So he's like, yo, and we actually have had that before. He doesn't know any shit. He doesn't know anything about black history. He knows all about white history though, Caucasian pale history. So this nigga said though, he said one day that white supremacy was the greatest thing that ever happened to the world. I was like, nigga, wow. And you don't think that you lost? You don't think that you lost? And you think white supremacy is the greatest thing that ever happened to the world? These motherfuckers who have killed and killed and killed and killed and killed and raped and killed and killed and killed and raped and killed and raped and killed and killed and raped and killed. Like, nigga, it just keep going on. For you to get all of this, nigga, all of that had to happen behind you. The raping and the killing and the stealing and the lying and the poisoning and all the rest of that shit. All of that had to happen so that you can be comfortable in your white man's world, your white daddy world. So when I see the Odyssey getting broken down, like I said, James Nolan, he's done a deep dive into history like you have to do when you make a movie so that you can make it accurate if you're not trying to take creative license. So in his mind, he's doing a depiction of the Mycenaean era. No, the Mycenaean era. Damn, I can't even say the word. The Mycenaean era, which had more melanated people in the Mediterranean, in that region of the Mediterranean. And then most of the people who have not done as deep of a dive into history as he has, because he has to do this because he's making a goddamn movie. So he'll do a deep dive for some years on research before he even starts writing the movie. Whereas other motherfuckers are just doing YouTube videos, looking at two motherfuckers that say two things, and then I know we were white. Greece was white back then when there was no country called Greece in the Homer Trojan era. Greece didn't exist. But you'll sit up and see a million channels say Greece is white. You're race swapping. You're changing history. Greece is a white country. Well, there was no country called Greece when this supposedly happened. So again, they was pissing me off with that shit. So why am I talking about this? Because bitch ass Galen Musk says he's going to remake the Odyssey and make it historically accurate with Gov't by the end of the year. He's going to make a historically accurate. Bitch, you don't know shit about history, nigga. Stick to fixing computers and shit. You don't know nothing about history, bitch. Because you can Google it. He's not that smart. He's not smart at all, really. He's just smart in tech. If you look at Elon and shit and other things, Elon's dumb. And most other shit, he's dumb in politics, which is why Trump and them was able to smack the shit out of him, smack him around. He don't know shit about history, ancient history. He don't know none of that shit. So he gets ruled in a whole lot of debates where he don't know shit. But then he smashes on people in finance and business and shit like that. So people think, oh my God, this nigga's a genius. But give this nigga another topic. He's an idiot. So bitch ass Galen is going to make a historically accurate Odyssey by the end of the year. Okay. Historically accurate. All right, Bitchlon Musk. Because no, he don't like the white people. The whites being exchanged for the blacks. When Athena was black, Athena would have been black. And again, or all the Macedonians, all those people over there, Macedonians and shit. And it's funny for them to think, again, I talked about this last week, how close Africa is to Greece, as close as Dallas is to Austin, or Dallas is to Houston. And you think niggas would not be tapping? They would hear about some yoni that close? And niggas ain't about to go try to tap that yoni being that close? Excuse me. Hold on a second, guys. So being that close, niggas will tap. Niggas will tap anything. Niggas in here know. Niggas will tap anything. Every nigga, especially if you're alpha. If you're an alpha nigga. If you're an alpha in here, you know alphas will go, they will tap. So for them to think that niggas just stayed over in Africa when it's like 2 hours away is insane. Shit is 2 hours away, bitch. What you mean? Niggas stay over in Africa. I'm about to go see what's up with these little Mediterranean dips. That was going down. And white people just can't stand to believe that. They just really believe niggas were just on some stupid shit, just staying, climbing trees and running from fucking lions all goddamn day. No science, no knowledge, no consciousness whatsoever, nigga. Took all of our consciousness, nigga, just to climb a tree and run from a goddamn lion. These niggas are insane, bro. Absolutely insane. You say, Elon go beat up. Just go beat up. Wait, oh, Elon got beat up every day in school? Probably. Probably. So real quick, so another thing. Did you hear about the so there's a nigger march. Did you hear about the nigger march? So that dude Jake Lang, he wants to start he wants to do a march so that he wants to exercise his right to say the word nigga. How dare you say I can't say it? White people really struggle when you tell them they can't do something. When you tell them they can't do some shit, like say nigga, they are seriously pissed. What do you mean I can't say that? The fuck out of here, man. You people kill each other every day and you get to call each other that shit. I don't do anything. And I can't say the word? Fuck out of here. I can do this. This is America. I can say what the fuck I want. So, but not really. Because nigga, you know when you say it, you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. So when the white girl got convicted for saying the word nigga, now he wants to start a march so that people can exercise their nigger word, their nigger rights. We need to exercise our nigger rights. So check it out.
You're not going to believe this one. Oh, my goodness. So I have to ask myself, how many people, how many conservative networks, how many of these, these grifters out there, how many of them are actually going to cover this story? I'm just curious because they constantly, want to tell you that, hey, race has nothing to do with anything. Racism isn't a problem in 2026. Oh, black people just want to be victims and yada, 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 yada. We know what they are. And the reason why they're race baiters, because that's what you have to understand. The people who accuse other people of being race baiters, they in fact are the race baiters. The grifters, the black conservatives and all of them, they're the race baiters because what they are doing is preventing change. They are preventing progress. You can't free the slaves if you have a whole bunch of people who are telling you.
Best saying right, niggas do not stay on the east side of town if the girls on the west, if the girls is fine on the west side. We gonna go where the fine cootie coo yoni is, where the booty at. Niggas are gonna go. That's where they travel. So the fact that they think that niggas wasn't all up in Greece, literally all up in it, like nigga, bow bow bow, bang 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 bang. Shout out to John Witherspoon. Bang, bang, bang. We won't get pussy whip. What that pussy? Bang, bang, bang. So, yeah, Africans was over there whipping that pussy. Bang, bang, bang all damn day. This is why you got the world. This is why the world is 50 million colors, because niggas decided to go tap some lighter stuff. That's why.
Hey, the slaves love being slaves. They love having a roof over their head and having a job every day. You know, they're very content with their livelihood. There's no reason to free them. There's no reason to have any type of war or anything like that. They're happy. They're content. They, in fact, are the race baiters. They, in fact, are un-American and antithetical to any progress this country hopes to aspire to. But nevertheless, I digress. The reason why I bring this up is because this leads us to our favorite Jewish brethren, okay, Jake Lang. You know, Jake Lang has some amazing hits, such as going to BET, saying that black parents are failures while wearing an ankle monitor. That's correct. Jake Lang has such favorable hits of trying to race bait when it came to the Carmelo Anthony case, even attacking Austin Metcalf's father for not agreeing to race bait. But we now see, you know, where that led to.
I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you?
He has such great hits as that. This recent hit is, man, he's going out of his way, and honestly, I think this is a cry for help. But his recent hit is to have an N-word march. That's correct. And let me just be clear, I'm censoring the word. In his post,
look at that.
That's correct.
Yo, Minneapolis, guys, we know where to be. You in Minneapolis, you know where to be on August 22nd, bruh. Again, if you in Minneapolis, if you a nigga, you know where to be on August 22nd. Just saying.
And let me just be clear, I'm censoring the word. In his post, he doesn't censor it. I believe it's in Minneapolis, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but that's what he's going to have. And you'll never guess who one of the invited speakers are. Maybe you will. One of the invited speakers is Shiloh Hendricks. That's correct. You know, the trailer trash, okay, single mother who called a little black child, a little black autistic child at that, the N-word, and was found guilty and is now doing community service and whatnot and possibly facing up to 20 years if she fails to do her service, to do her time. That's who is going to speak here. Now, for all the people who want to tell you, well, Lucas, racism is a thing of the past. You guys just making an issue. You guys see race in everything. What they have managed to do is flip the script. That's what they've managed to do. They've managed to make you think that racism is imaginary, but anti-white racism, that's a real thing. You have to understand. DEI, that's anti-white racism. That's a real thing. All these black scholarships, that's anti-white racism. That's a real thing. And I want you to understand the lineage of evil. This is why I use that term, the lineage of evil. Because there was a moment in time where we had a certain decorum, right? There was a certain decorum. I may understand that you may not like me due to the color of my skin or the music I wear, how I dress, or my hair. I understand that. But there was always a certain decorum that, you know, in society that we would have. There was a shared understanding. I know you're racist. I get that. Okay. I'm just trying to get some milk and be on my way. Shared understanding that they would keep their mouth closed. You know, you would get looks. It would be, you know, what they call it, microaggressions, whatever. Very passive aggressive in many cases. Their hostility, their racism. Now, thanks to the Trump administration, I will say, they feel emboldened. They feel emboldened. And you have to understand, not only do they feel emboldened, but it's a racing of the clock because they're heading towards extinction. So what we're seeing now is really, you know, a scared animal, you know, put in a corner. And now they're trying.
He even understands. I say that all the time. See, he even understands. These are dying, an animal going extinct, grasping for their last bit of air. They don't know what to do. Yeah, nigga, no one's on white nuts no more. Y'all pump that. I am the white man and I can do. Nah, we ain't nobody on that shit no more. No one believes in the white man exceptionalism anymore. That you niggas are morally the most just people, the most straight and narrow. You have the biggest moral compass. Y'all the strongest, y'all the greatest, y'all the smartest. No one, we all know that's bullshit. We all knew it was bullshit before, but the propaganda was so damn strong. Y'all was indoctrinating everybody else in the world with that bullshit. But now, because like I said, these systems, again, I don't necessarily love it because I grew up in Hollywood and I grew up with movies, and I mean in Hollywood, I mean as far as loving the entertainment of Hollywood, movies and TV and shit like that. That shaped me. That was my first love. And so the fact that they're changing all of it and trying to destroy it, it sucks for me. But it really does have to happen in order for pale supremacy to fail.
trying to lash out. Damn, that's what's literally happening. Whether it's to the dating scene and them no longer being, respectable suitors, not that they ever were. Just so we're clear, the only reason that they were picked is because they were in a position of power. And they made sure to cripple any other options that their women could have. They couldn't work. They didn't want them to work. They wanted them to essentially be slaves, but they wanted them to be their slaves. That's what you have to understand. So when it came to the money, they controlled the money. That's where they had that power, that superficial power. And we can see throughout history, that's what they've done to much of the country, that superficial power. And if they don't get their way, what do? They act out in violence. So much of their history is really funneled with racism, violence, and misogyny. That's what it is.
He's out of line, but he's right.
This is what brings us to present day when it comes to the lineage of evil. Because now the script is they want to be the victims and everyone else is the aggressor. Now, if anyone knows anything about history, knows that's a bold-faced lie. And that's where, you get the Sambo soldiers. That's when you get the Fox News and get everyone else to put out this propaganda. It's coming to a point in time where people are not listening to the propaganda.
Yo, real quick, spread wealth. Thank you, bro. But he says, don't forget. Hold on. He said, don't forget they called us savages and proceeded to eat eat us and our children. Only the white man could ever have the audacity. Yes, the cockadacity. That's what I call it, the cockadacity. That's what that shit is. It only comes with Caucasians to think that they can do whatever the fuck they want to you, and you have to respond the way they want you to respond. You don't get to respond the way you want to respond. You respond to my actions towards you the way I want you to respond. You get it? You understand? You understand now, motherfucker? So shout out to Lucas, dude. Whatever. I don't ever watch his videos. I put him and the Coon Cajun actually in the same boat. They're both extremes. He's the Democrat extreme. The Coon Cajun is the Republican extreme. Both of these niggas are the same to me. They cancel each other out. But he does talk for black people way more. He does talk for black people. So you got to give him one little edge up on that. But a lot of the stuff that he says though is on some it's taken out of context too. So, but thank you for the cash apps or the super chat. Spread well.
May the force be with you.
All right. So moving along. Oops. So moving along. Hold on. I got one other one. Hold on. Where's my video? Oh man, I lost the video. Jesus Christ. God damn it, I don't have it. Nope. Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? No, I don't have it. Oh, yeah, wait. Check this out. Here it is. So there's a white, excuse me, this is a white chick, a sister, who moved around Caucasian people. Now, I want you to tell me if she's wrong for feeling this way. A lot of people feel that she's wrong for feeling like this. So you tell me.
Black people are attacking this woman because she moved to a white neighborhood.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's a damn shame how many black people are coming in my box talking shit to me because I am actually happy that I am living in a neighborhood that is clean, beautiful, clear, quiet, and it just so happened to be around nothing but white people. And I got black people trying to make me feel bad because I want to raise my son in an environment where I don't want him thinking smoking crack and being a prostitute and then keeping your neighborhood dirty and riding around disturbing the peace and put your pants up under your ass and you walk around wearing bunnies, being a bunch of dirty foot whores and your bad ass kids is normal. Look at my damn son. Look at my child. My child is living a fucking life. You think I'm wrong for that?
Imagine this, a black woman daring to think for herself, and black people hate her for it. I mean, this is nothing new. You go off the plantation, and all of a sudden, they lose their minds. I mean, God forbid a woman think for herself.
Coon Cajun number 2, right here. This is runner-up Coon Cajun right here. Jesus Christ.
Have her own opinions and live in the real world where she realizes that there's a major problem in the black community. But oh no, she's wrong for that. You need to embrace the ghetto lifestyle. I don't blame this woman one bit.
So is she wrong? Because they about to get to the other part. So is she wrong for feeling happy that she moved into a place where she ain't got no fucking problems? Well, and no melanated problems, because white people still got problems. They just got different problems. So y'all let me know. Is she wrong for being happy about moving where she lessened her problems with the niggas, with the negroids?
It's dangerous for black people to be around white folks or to live around white people or to have white friends.
My kids ain't allowed to hang with white kids. When the police come, you the one gonna catch the charge. When the hoes come around, we gotta make somebody look stupid so we can get fucked or look cool, you gonna be the fucking big. You cannot be the only black one. My son has white friends. I'm already trying to figure out how to explain to him that y'all can hang at school, y'all can do an after school thing, y'all can go to the mall, you can't go to their houses and you can't spend the night. Like, I need you to make it home and don't let nobody take your life from you. You can't let your children hang with the white children. It's dangerous. It's a death sentence. They're fucking dangerous. They sold the scam around 9/11. The terrorists looked like Muslims. It was a lie. The number one domestic terrorist in the country of the United States has always been and always will be a white man. You know what's worse? A pack of them. You know what's worse? A pack with Jack Daniels. They're fucking dangerous. Look at the numbers. It's not an opinion thing. It's too fucking dangerous for your fucking son.
She said what's worse is a pack of them with Jack Daniels.
They're going on a fishing trip with his white homies on the lake because they'll come home and say, we don't know what the fuck happened to him. And nobody in the group morally says, well, come on, we grew up with Jerome. They don't give a fuck when it comes down to it because they were raised that way.
And well said, Mona. And if you are an advertiser and want your product talked about right here, just imagine.
Cut it out. Wait.
No way, cut it out. Nigga, I stand with you. I don't ever want my kid to be the only one of a group because of what it has historically meant for black people. You know what I mean? Like, being the only white guy in a group of black people is different than being the only black person in a group full of white people, especially if you grow up in, I'm talking about particularly like in private schools, independent schools. A lot of the places we end up because of all the stuff we try to do to make our lives different. I worry about their safety. I also worry about their self-esteem. I worry about their psychology. I'm thinking like raising a black girl in a predominantly white school. She used to say the black boys, white boys like white girls and the black boys like white girls. You know, we start thinking about your hair. We start thinking about that's the kind of stuff I think about. That's the kind of stuff I worry about. The biggest danger we've seen in this country, yes, has been from white men. But I wouldn't disqualify my kids from hanging with white people for that reason. But I would just be mindful of them being the only one because of that other stuff. But like having white friends, and I don't want my kids hanging at nobody's house overnight. Black, white, red, yellow. That's just the thing I don't do. That's not because they're white. It's just because they're not mine. But so I don't see it quite the same way. But I do worry about those dangers. You know what I mean? But I also grew up in places where I had lots of white friends and it worked out just fine.
Yeah, I think that's how it works out for a vast majority of black people, right? Black kids growing.
So what say you? What say you, people? Should you hang with the whites? Should melanated people hang with the whites? You want a stress-free living existence in the hood? Should you have also, can you have Caucasian friends, Caucasoid friends? Can you have, yeah, he corny. Yeah, this dude, we all know he corny. That's neither here nor there. Sometimes he has good stories though. He gets a lot of these videos. See this video right here? He goes and scours for a lot of videos. I use him for the videos that because I don't have Twitter, I don't have TikTok, I don't have none of that. So he scours TikTok and Twitter for a lot of videos. And so I use his videos. I don't give a shit about what he thinks. But his videos, he has good videos to help explain the story. Again, stop letting things get in the way of you receiving information. Don't let the messenger of the information get in the way of the information, whether it's good and valid for you or not. This is where a lot of people fail. That's why a lot of people won't move and they won't grow, because the deliverer of the information, because they're emotional and they're attached to who's delivering the information instead of the information itself and how they can use it. So yeah, this nigga's coon Cajun, faux show. But is she tripping? Is she tripping? Y'all gotta say, is she tripping? Because she don't want to live around no niggas. Is she tripping because she don't want to live around no goddamn niggas? Y'all got is she? Come on, y'all. P from the B. What's up, brother? Thank you for the super chat. He says, nah, we need to focus on our community, neighbors, neighborhoods that needs work. Don't visit somebody else's house till yours is clean. Now, who says that's your house? Why the fucked up, jacked up hood got to be your house? You need to tell me that. Why does that got to be my house? Because niggas that look like me. Do they think like me? Because if you don't think like me, we ain't the same. I don't give a shit what you look like. If we don't think the same, then we not the same. That's just how that shit works. Like, nigga, we can commiserate, we can have similar characteristics and shit like that, nigga, but consciousness is what's real. That's what's real in the universe, is consciousness. The very first universal principle is all is mind. consciousness is what exists. So again, I don't give a shit what you look like if we ain't on the same frequency. If we're on the same frequency, then and we look alike, that's even better. That's great. If we can be on the same frequency and we look alike, but that don't need to happen. So get out of those damn comfort zones. You say, that's my community. What makes that your community? Did you establish all the crime and debauchery and shit in the hood? So why is it your problem to fix it? You need to let me know. Did you establish all of the crime and fuckery in the hood? And if you did not, why is it your problem to fix it? Y'all gotta let me, you gotta make that one make sense. I need that one to make sense. Now you can aid in the cleaning up for sure, but why are you obligated? Why is that your obligation to do so? Because you from the hood. I didn't contribute, I didn't put none of these goddamn conditions here. Can I help? Probably, for sure. And will I do so? Most likely, yeah. Am I attached and fucking stuck to this goddamn era? Fuck that. No. Absolutely not. So, I don't mind her talking crazy, saying, nigga, dog, you better leave me the hell alone. I live great. Let me tell you right now. I lived in Beverly Hills. I lived in Beverly Hills, goddammit. Let me tell you right now, that shit was awesome. Ain't none of you niggas gonna tell me that I needed to move back to the hood when I lived in Beverly Hills. I lived in Beverly Hills twice, actually. I lived in Beverly Hills twice. That shit is amazing. You understand? Let me tell you right motherfucking now. That shit is amazing. God damn it. So, hey, let me tell you. I'm a little bougie nigga. I'm a little bougie. So moving along. Last couple things I got. Tuskegee. Tuskegee got they got a new dress code. They said you can't wear do-rags. And niggas is pissed. Should they be pissed that there's a policy at Tuskegee that you can't wear do-rags? It's only to school and to the cafeteria, to the classroom, not school, but to classroom. You can't wear them in the classroom, or you can't wear them at the cafeteria. And now niggas done went crazy. That's it.
Well, Tuskegee Institute of EBT Education, Tuskegee University, which I actually hold with great esteem because it's one of the OG black colleges, has put out this. Now, when I walk around and say, yo, stop wearing do-rags and bonnets all the time, you say, I hate being black. What are you saying to Tuskegee?
We about to fact check this. What the hell are you talking about? First, what Tuskegee University is doing is not only anti-black, it doesn't make any sense.
Nigga, does he have the feminine roller cap on? That's not a do-rag. That's a woman roller cap. What the hell is he doing? With a woman Chef Boy RD hat on. What the? Oh, man. He got Chef Woman RD, Chef Girl RD hat on.
First, bonnets were created as protective headwear to protect black people's hair. Bonnets are widely used in the black community not only to cover bad hair days, but to also cover certain hairstyles. Not to mention there's not enough.
Who gives a shit? Fix your hair before you leave the house, idiot. Your hair ain't always supposed to be in goddamn under construction every single second of every goddamn day to where you affect everybody else that you go around. This is the problem with niggas. Niggas think that anything that they do is supposed to everybody's supposed to excuse the shit. Niggas have the same problem with white folks, just on a different level. It's just different poles. Niggas think the same thing white people think, that no matter what niggas do, you're supposed to accept that shit. If I want to walk around the fucking the school and no shoes or and bonnets and rollers and bustier bras and all the rest of that bullshit, ass hanging out, titties hanging out, you're just supposed to accept that. Because it's the way I feel. It's who I am. It's the way I feel. But what most niggas don't understand is in America, your freedom can't infringe upon someone else's freedom. Meaning, if you want to wear all that, you can do all that shit. But when you come around everybody else to where our time is going to be affected by watching you, looking at you, doing whatever the fuck you doing, shaking your ass, doing all that, and then no, you don't get to do that. Take your ass in the house. You don't get to twerk on tables at restaurants. Niggas be doing this type of shit and thinking they're useful, and then give backlash to anybody who's talking crazy about it. It's our culture. We're supposed to, this is what we do. Get the fuck out of here with that. I don't want to hear that shit. Take that goddamn bonnet off. Have some goddamn decorum. Some discipline. And it's preparing you to have it in the future. If you think that you're just supposed to be able to do whatever the hell you want at any point in time, you're going to be in for a rude awakening when you get to somebody else's job and they tell you to get the fuck out. When you come in there looking like that. So, niggas is mad.
Evidence to prove that what you wear will affect your performance. In fact, one study shows that uniform did little to help students improve their grade. But a 2005 study shows that students that wear clothes for comfortability rather than social status actually performed better. Instead of Tuskegee University policing of what people are wearing, they should be focused on fostering a comfortable learning environment for their students.
Wait. So we got to talk about a huge debate amongst the blackity blacks online, right, involving another black college, right? We talked about how a university, which is ROI, AKA Bill here, failed. She just asked about it that much, right? The best thing is
even Roland Martin agree with. Roland Martin is obviously he's Boulay, so he obviously agrees with this, but
right, and they're smart, but that kind of goes hand in hand, right? Being liberal and talk about
nigga, will you shut up?
Okay, and
play the video. God damn.
How he
this nigga talk way too much. Shut up, nigga.
The black community.
Side one is Washington's vision. Cash down your bucket where you are, master the trade and the professionalism, and beat the existing game from the inside. That's the case for the dress code. And it's personal for me because I went to Tuskegee because my mama sent me there to prepare me to get a job, honey. And yeah, is that selling out for the
hey, little dippy dip? I see you, little Tuskegee dip. Look at you, girl. I see you. Look at that girl, boy. Hey, she on the chain, boy.
right way of doing things? Absolutely. But see, I like to eat. I like to pay my bills. I'm a dreamer and an activist, but I'm also a realist. Side two is the boy's vision, and his questions still land. Who decided what professionalism looks like? Was it us or something handed down from rooms we weren't allowed in? This is our university, so why are we still calibrating to somebody else's comfort? The boys believed Washington's approach asked too much, too slowly, and trained us to earn acceptance instead of demanding it. The boys' way would have had us building our own standards from the jump, walking into every room exactly as we are, and forcing that room to make space for us, instead of shrinking ourselves down to fit through somebody else's door. The modern version of that argument brings data. Instead of working on changing the system, why is the school focused on do-rags? Tuskegee's own 6-year graduation rate sits around 57%. How does banning a bonnet move that number? And that's a fair question. My answer is the dress code didn't.
First of all, that is way too goddamn low to me to be such a prestigious school. Your graduation percentage is only at 60%. That's almost half of the goddamn school ain't graduating. Paying all that damn money? Half of the school is not graduating? Oh, hell no. That's for 60%. Stop with the mediocrity. Niggas is so happy being mediocre. Strive for excellence. And this is what they mean. This is what they're talking about. Well, most people graduate. And who gives a shit about that? Yeah, you're going to graduate. So what? What are you going to do with that information in the world when you now have a mentality that I can do whatever the hell I want and you need to accept it? Coming into your damn space, telling you need to accept me the way I am in your space. When there's 50 million other people who can do my job, who can do this job. No, okay. Absolute bullshit.
Didn't come alone. It came with mandatory internships, certifications, and attendance tracking, all aimed at that exact outcome. But that's the tension, right? Wanting the job, because we got bills, and wanting the new system. That is the struggle every Black person faces every day, finding liberation from a system we're still forced to live inside of, while still wanting to change the system. And I don't think either choice is wrong, and we all try to manage it.
Yeah. So you seen that, you heard that. Okay. So we're gonna get into both sides of this debate here, and I want to react to it because
so
the bonnet bandits, right? Some of them are upset about Tuskegee University having standards, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, y'all. Tuskegee's new president has updated the university manual, and that includes a dress code. President Dr. Mark A. Brown sent out a welcome letter to students outlining the new policy and behavioral standards for the academic school year. Dear Tuskegee University students, we're excited to welcome you to Tuskegee University next month as you are arriving at an extraordinary time in the university's history. Tuskegee has entered its Renaissance era of transformation and renewal, and we are expecting a 32-year new student enrollment high in August. Tuskegee is focused on challenging you academically with resources to ensure graduation while preparing you for the workplace. You're required to find internships in their area of interest, identify certifications to enhance professional skills, and develop a resume. There are more than 30 certifications you can get at Tuskegee at no additional cost. You must also visit the University Career Center in Kenny Hall. It is there where you'll be able to connect with potential employers. internships, and learn more about career opportunities long before your senior year. You cannot wait until you are senior to focus on your career options. University has developed a new policy for student attire on campus, classroom attendance, and cell phone use in classrooms. Tuskegee students now have a dress code for public and professional places. The student handbook requires students to arrive on campus with a business suit and proper shoes for a business meeting. Students are prohibited from wearing revealing clothing in class, to the cafeteria, or in official settings like convocation. They're also not able to wear bedroom shoes, bonnets, or do-rags to class or the cafeteria. Faculty will be empowered to respond to students who are inappropriately dressed based on these guidelines. Faculty will also be able to respond to a different classroom challenge, cell phones. Unless directed by the professor, students are no longer allowed to use their cell phones while in class. They should be turned off to eliminate any distraction from the instructor's lesson. We are attaching the attendance policy to minimize any confusion around attendance. Students are required to go to class. That is the heart of all academic success, and we track attendance. The goal here is not meant to restrict you from enjoying the Tuskegee experience, but to prepare you with a solid foundation for the workforce you will enter once you leave Tuskegee. Employers are less forgiving, and too often presentation may overrule stellar preparation. Tuskegee University continues to prepare the best and brightest for a lifetime of success. With these changes, we want to ensure every student is as prepared as they can be. I look forward to seeing you in August. We reached out to Tuskegee University to have the president or representative on, but they were unavailable. We definitely want to have them on very soon. Now,
so, like I said, Roland agrees. Now, look at these people. These are all the people who have something to say.
Dress for Success has the same underlying tone as Dress for Success is a claim based in fallacy. He's another.
Hold on, let me go back.
Now it's about respectability politics. It's about being anti-black. Conscious Lee said Tuskegee passed a horrible policy. As somebody with a master's in adult higher education, policing how students show up to class will never lead to higher class attendance and does not lead to higher graduation rates. Okay, which means Dress for Success is a claim based in fallacy. Here's another post from No Sleep No. Dress for Success has the same underlying tone as Massa coming to be. It just sounds coonish. Like, why are you associating success with looks? Kingpin 202. What about Yamaka's Kufis and Hija? I'm not reading the rest of these. Let me get to the panel. Randy, you're a Tuskegee graduate. Here's my problem. Okay. They didn't link a dress code to attendance. The memo addressed attendance. Here's the other thing. They did not say, tell me if I'm wrong, I did not hear bonnets are banned from campus. I did not hear that house shoes are banned from campus. I didn't hear that do-rags are banned from campus. What I read was you can't wear them to class or the cafeteria. What the hell is the problem?
Yeah. So what I found to be so hilarious is that when Roland finds a topic or a post for the pro-black, it needs to be.
So look, so they go, what about yarmulkes, kufis, and hijabs? Now these are religious head dressings. This ain't got shit to do with your ass, just a fucking lazy nigga in the hood that don't, your waves ain't your religion, nigga. Your waves, your finger waves, your ball little ripple waves, none of that is your religion, even though niggas will act like it is. That's all aesthetic, so you can look good. So you can look like the way you want. Nobody gives a shit about that. Especially if somebody's trying to teach you. That's distracting for the person who's trying to educate you. Especially if they're trying to tell you, look, motherfucker, when you go out in the world, people like that ain't gonna get hired. You're gonna get marginalized. You're gonna get thought about second and third. So, dress for success. Your first impression is the best one. It should be, anyway.
Ridiculous. Religious clothing. I get.
Let me keep going.
But the conversation about
this, and also this is anti-black.
So this is about to be an unpopular opinion, but the conversation about Tuskegee's dress code isn't actually about bonnets and do-rags. It's about anti-blackness, respectability politics, and one question I don't think anybody is asking right now: why don't most PWIs have these same kinds of dress codes? Let's start there. Some people support the policy because they think it teaches professionalism. Others see something deeper, like myself, because when the clothing that is being discussed is bonnets and do-rags, items that are specifically connected to Black hair care, it no longer feels culturally neutral. And here's what history teaches us. Black people have never been discriminated against because of what we wore. Black people in their Sunday best were denied civil rights. Black professionals in tailored suits still experience racism today. Changing our clothes has never ended racism or anti-Blackness. This is where the respectability politics enters the chat.
Not my typical content, but let's talk about the Tuskegee dress code they are trying to enforce. From someone who has a college degree.
Well, you keep talking again. Well, in white people's minds, when they run, they're the gatekeepers. When you come in there and you had a damn do-rag and a bonnet and all the rest of that shit on, they're prejudiced. They may not be racist, they call it racist, but it's just prejudice. You have a certain persona that society portrays to everyone, to the rest of the world. And when you stereotypically fall right in line to to that bullshit. They don't want that. They don't want you around them or their clients or anything like that. And you might say, well, this has no bearing on the job that I could do. Well, that ain't not in their mind. And that's who that matters. The motherfucker who paying your job, who paying your their rent. So you can create your own business and dress any way you want, which is what I suggest. Don't ever be up under anybody else. Be your own master, your own God. Create your own universes to flourish in. Then you ain't got to ask nobody shit. But if you're going into somebody else's goddamn environment, then you're going to have to make some concessions. You don't get to do what you want to do in a world you didn't create, in an environment you didn't create.
I've worn many of suits over my career, and now I get paid to speak in my bonnets. Wear what you want to wear because they're going to judge you anyway. Here's the thing. I would rather the babies show up because a lot of us don't make it to college. A lot of us cannot afford college. A lot of us, it's not accessible to us. I would rather the babies show up in the bonnets and the do-rags than not show up at all. Now, am I an advocate for wearing pajamas, bonnets, do-rags, and things like that in the street every single day as part of your normal wardrobe? Absolutely not.
Yes,
I think we need to get back into getting dressed and things like that. You know, I love when the girlies get
So
dressed.
if you believe that, why are you trying to advocate for them to do this then? Why are you doing this? Why are you still trying to perpetuate the foul way that melanated people dress in the hood? Why are you trying to do that? If you believe that you should dress professionally, then say that. Don't come with the old, I wear bonnets all day and I get paid. Shut the fuck up with that. You ain't wearing no damn bonnet every goddamn day to work. Shut the fuck up. She's full of shit.
Dressed up and dolled up and things like that. But we are talking to children, all right? I'm coming from a place of privilege.
They're not children. They're adults. When you're in college, you're not a child. You're an adult. You can go to jail just like an adult. And you should start training for that earlier. Treating infantilizing the kids in the hood is what's destroying them. Acting like they nothing but little babies and kids, and they can't possibly learn. There's no way they can learn this. There's no way they can know this, and blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up. You got kids in other goddamn countries running fucking construction equipment at 7. At 7 years old, you got kids running construction equipment in other countries. But in America, no. Everybody's a goddamn baby and infant all the time. Get that bullshit out of here, man. You're crippling the kids.
I have adult money. I can afford to get my hair done as often as I like. I can slick back my edges when my hair isn't done. I can afford to wear the clothes that I want to wear. And I have I get the final say. Most of these kids are still very dependent on their parents to give them money for the extras.
Tuskegee University banned bonnets, pajamas, do-rags, slippers for their black students to wear on their majority black campus. And it's funny, right? Because I went to a private HBCU and I wore bonnets, slippers, pajama pants to class, to the food hall, around campus almost every other day. And that never stopped me from getting all A's in my last semester. It didn't stop me from ending my college career with a 3.6 GPA with Phi Beta Kappa honors, magna cum laude honors, Alpha Kappa Delta honors. You feel me?
Great. What the fuck does that have to do with the real world, nigga? You still ain't nobody said that has a bearing on you learning. It says it has a bearing on you flourishing, a bearing on you flourishing when you get out into the world where you don't run. Your people don't run that world. So yeah, you may get a job here or a gig there or some shit like that here and there. But for the most part, there's still a perception that melanated people have with Caucasian people or other communities, not just Caucasian people, Asian people, Hispanic people. So if you're going to just fall right into the stereotype, then don't say shit when people talk about you. If you're going to fall right in line. But ain't nobody talking about how his hair had a bearing on him learning. He keeps acting like, oh, I still learn. No one's saying that. Of course you can learn with a goddamn bonnet on your head. But can you succeed in life doing that shit every damn day?
I got some of the highest academic honors you can get in undergrad while wearing the bonnet, with the pajama pants, with the slippers,
And first off, this nigga is fruitopian as hell. Don't ever listen to a nigga with a goddamn septum ring. This nigga zesty as fuck. This nigga is Zestopia. Right here. Fruitopia and Zesty combined. He's Zestopia. So, Tuskegee is trying to teach y'all something, trying to teach the melanated kids how to have some discipline. This is what we grew up with back in the day. Now all of a sudden, it's some foreign shit. Just having some discipline in today's world, having some decorum, some couth, some class is considered and seen as completely fucking you're a fucking villain if somebody tries to teach you or tries to instill that within you today. This is insane, man. So last couple things I got. Literally the last two things. So Stephen A, he apologized to Kyrie for the CV-19, the CV-19, all the bull crap that he said. I mean, he laid into Kyrie. He went off on Kyrie. We all remember how Stephen A went off on Kyrie. Oh man, where did I put it? Here, I'll play right here. So check this out. Stephen A. Smith, because he saw the Fauci thing.
What's up, everybody?
So
Welcome to the special edition Stephen A. Smith Show. I'm out on vacation and what have you, but I felt compelled to come on the air. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I have to do something that I've done in the past, but I haven't had to do but so much in my career. I just feel compelled to do it today. And that's to issue an apology. There's several people that we all owe apologies to, and I'll put myself at the front of the list. But none more so than the apology that I owe to Kyrie Irving. Now, I know that people didn't see, and his name has not come up over the last several months too much because he sustained a devastating knee injury that kept him out this entire season from playing with the Dallas Mavericks. Probably could have came back early if they were playing for something, but since they weren't playing for much because they were losing basketball games.
Hold on really quick. He said Kevin hates black culture. What is black culture? What is black culture? Flip-flops, twerking, sagging. That ain't black culture. That's some shit you was indoctrinated into. We didn't live like that. That's not how our ancestors lived. That ain't your culture. That's some shit that's some bullshit you picked up in the hood to make the hood, living in the hood, more palatable, more comfortable, because you knew you wasn't getting out of it. So melanated people had to make the best out of living in the hood. And these are the things that came out of it. But ain't no black culture. What the fuck is black culture? Talking about hip hop? Who hates that? That's some godly shit. That ain't black culture. That's God shit. What black culture do am I supposed to love? You need to tell me what black culture am I supposed to be over here fawning over? I need to know.
And Cooper Flag was continuing to develop in the sand. He wasn't really needed. So Kyrie Irving eventually will be back next season. And he'll be the superstar guard that we know him to be. A scoring machine, one of the greatest handles we've ever witnessed, one of the greatest skilled players we've ever seen in NBA history. But this is not about him, the basketball player. This is about him, the man. The reality is that Kyrie Irving, no matter what we think, may have been more right than we have given him credit for, and unquestionably was more vilified than he deserved. And ladies and gentlemen, it starts with me. Keep telling y'all before on many occasions, I'm a man. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But when it comes to Kyrie Irving, I can't apologize strongly enough. You know, you may be wondering what I'm talking about because you may not be paying but so much attention to politics. I do. I always have and I always will. Not from an aficionado's perspective, but just as a conscientious observer, watching the news, watching these shows, listening to perspectives, reading the newspapers, etc. I pay attention to some degree. Not an expert. But
exemplifying what you said because you want to walk around here in flip-flops and sagging all goddamn day. You think that's black culture, nigga? That's what you love, nigga. You can have it, nigga. That's what you call black culture. I don't call that black culture. So we may have different ideas of what black culture is. You can have that shit. I don't call that black culture. I call consciousness, elevation, intelligence, comedy, art, entertainment. I call all of that. That's black culture. You can keep that other fuck shit. Exactly. Exemplifying what I just meant. Nigga, first of all, nigga, I'm two niggas. I'm gonna tell you that right now, nigga. I promise you ain't never more nigga than me. However, you ain't never more godly than me either, nigga. I'm both of those niggas. I can be just as nigga as anybody, or I can be as godly as anybody. You should be able to vacillate between those two poles. So if I want to hang and kick it with niggas, I can and have fun. However, when that shit gets to be bullshit and destroying who you truly are on the inside and taking down your vibration, I can say, no, I'm not with that. I can leave that bullshit alone and discern between the two. Apparently you can't though.
Watched a gentleman by the name of Dr. Anthony Fauci show up on Capitol Hill. Show up on Capitol Hill just this past Wednesday. And Dr. Fauci.
So why you watching me then? If I don't love Kev, I love Kev. Okay, you love me, but Kev don't love. What the fuck am I doing here then, nigga? Because trust me, nigga, I got 20 million other ways I can be doing shit. I don't need to do this, nigga. Are you insane? You know how smart I am, nigga? You know how much shit I know? I have 50 million ways I can make money, nigga. $1 million. I just don't love money. And I'm a teacher. So you better be happy, though, that I'm teaching you this shit, nigga, because you're getting some information that you wouldn't have if I wasn't teaching you this shit. But for you to sit up here and say, nigga, I don't love who, nigga? Who you talking about, nigga? Again, you better be interviewed. You better, because I don't show me no groups, nigga. Show me a nigga from the group. If you a dumbass nigga, you right. I damn sure don't love dumb niggas. You goddamn right. I say keep nigga shit away from me all damn day. Dumb niggas, you goddamn right. Stay away from me. Conscious niggas, I fuck with them all day. And I got a pantheon of gods who I kick it with, who are all conscious niggas. Here we go.
Fauci was up there, and he was testifying. He was appearing before the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee because they wanted to know specifically about his knowledge in regards to the coronavirus pandemic and what role he may have played, inadvertently or otherwise, in what ravaged this country and this world for over a year, if not longer. 1.2 million American lives were lost. Worldwide, more than 7 million deaths were officially reported. The World Health Organization estimates approximately 14.9 million excess deaths in the year 2020 and 2021 alone. And while that stuff was going on, we saw Dr. Anthony Fauci essentially protected.
So now that Fauci has been exposed, now that Fauci is exposed, he can come out and apologize to Kyrie. Is this a real apology, or is this nigga trying to position himself to run for president in 2028? So he knows that the people wasn't with the crack scene, and so he know that his people, specifically melanated people, the demographic that he's going to go after, he know damn well they wasn't fucking with the damn crack scene. So now that he knows that, he knows everybody else knows that he was for it. Is he trying to do a preemptive strike before he runs for president by apologizing to Kyrie? And should Kyrie accept his apology? And should the melanated people, the community who were vibrating with Kyrie, who thought the same thing as him, should they forgive Stephen A? Should they let Stephen A pass? You got to let me know. Should Stephen A get a pass for the shit he said about Kyrie? Should he get a pass? Now, that was very eloquent. What he said, it sounded sincere. It sounded it was very eloquent. It sounded thoughtful. I mean, when a man fucks up, The only thing you can ask for a man to do is come and say, yo, as a man, I fucked up. My bad. That's all a man can do. He ain't got nothing else when a man fuck up. That's really all he got. Is his conviction, his honesty. Say, yo, nigga, I fucked up. My bad. And you should fuck with somebody who is able to say, my bad, I fucked up. Anybody who can't say that, you should leave them niggas alone immediately. You should leave them niggas alone immediately. Now, again, it could be, this might be a little bit of theater because he may be running for office. So you can judge whether you'll stick with Stephen, you'll accept the apology from Stephen A or not. But you know, I think Kyrie will accept it. Let me say this. I think Kyrie will accept his apology because Kyrie is on some high spiritual conscious stuff. So he doesn't hold on to negative shit. And he's an Aries. We don't hold on to shit. So I bet you Kyrie's going to accept his apology. And if he does, I think everybody else should move on too. Goddamn. If Kyrie accepts his apology, then we all should accept it. If Kyrie don't accept it, then we should look at him side-eye like, man, nigga, I don't know. I don't know, nigga. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. So, I don't know, Stephen A. I just don't know. Last thing I got real quick. So, Snowfall. So, we just got the new actor for Black Panther. The reason this is in nigga news because it's some nigga shit that went down behind this. We just got the new actor for Black Panther. He's not gonna play Black Panther. He's gonna play T'Challa Jr., Black Panther's son, which is crazy. They just need to recast T'Challa. However, the new dude that got cast, he ain't done too much. He's a British dude, little scrawny looking dude. He don't look like Black Panther at all. Now, the dude that was supposed to get the part was the dude from Snowfall, apparently. He had been in the running for months, like a year at least. And the reason he didn't get the goddamn part, allegedly, the rumor is that he's tapping the Harvey chick, Steve Harvey daughter, that used to be Michael B. Jordan's girl. And Michael B. Jordan and what's the old boy? What's the director nigga? What's his name? Ryan Coogler. My bad. Ryan Coogler. Yo, thank you. I am Maze. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat.
May the force be with you.
Thank you for everybody. Appreciate you guys for hitting the cash apps and the super chats. So the Harvey chick, director, what's his name? Coogler and Michael B. Jordan is best friends. So Coogler shitted on the Snowfall dude for his homie. Was that a good move? Was that the right move? Because we don't get the Snowfall Black Panther. And I definitely think he would have been the best Black Panther, the better, not the best, but the better Black Panther of the two that we have that were up for the running. Did we get messed up? Did we get fucked out of a good Black Panther because Michael B. Jordan bitch ass is a bitch and can't let go of the Harvey chick? And he would have been on set every now and then, and wouldn't have been, and she would have been on set, and they would have had to run into each other. Oh man! So this dude, yo, real quick, Dexter, appreciate you, bro. He says you hit the goal, Cam. Oh, that's what's up. Appreciate it. I lost count. Thank you, Dex.
May the force be with you.
Appreciate you, bro. He said you hit the goal, Kev. So check this out right here. This is the conspiracy behind what went down.
What do you think of the new Black Panther? Oh, look, it's amazing. Can't wait.
What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. I want to have a conversation. We're going to talk about Black Panther 3 and the shock on social media that Damson Idris was not chosen to either replace the former T'Challa, who has since passed, the actor who since passed, or be his son, right? And Ryan Coogler decided to go in a different direction. The reason why I say Ryan Coogler went in a different direction is because apparently Disney, Kevin Feige actually wanted, I believe, preferred Damson Idris. But Ryan Coogler went in a completely different direction. Because for the last couple of years, all we've heard was Damson Idris was going to get this role. But what happened? He did not get it. And there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of conversations I've watched, and there's a common theme I've been seeing in some of these conversations, is that there's a little bit of baggage with Damson Idris. And the fact that Damson Idris is in a relationship with Lori Harvey. I know people are going to try to act like, now, this has nothing to do with this movie, but I'm going to tie everything together because how you have such an obvious choice, right? Damson Idris just had a successful movie recently with F1, which apparently they're going to be doing a sequel to. We know about him being in Snowfall and other movie show credits. As a matter of fact, he's gearing up to be in a film similar but different in a movie called Children of Blood and Bone. And he's going to be starring in this film, right? So he has a lot of these things going for him and, with him. And I believe Damson was a top choice. And from what I'm told, a top choice by Kevin Feige and Disney, Marvel. But Ryan Coogler went in a different direction and hired 32-year-old David Johnson. I believe he is a UK native of Nigerian descent. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. He doesn't have a lot of movie credits. The most recent was Alien Romulus and The Long Walk, which a lot of people seem to like and are happy and are hyped for his part in this movie because of The Long Walk, right? Now, again, that's fine, right? But this casting choice came out of nowhere. Unless Ryan Coogler was keeping this to himself until he got to Comic-Con, there are people who are disappointed. There are people who are still on social media after we just had San Diego Comic-Con, a couple of days ago. There are people still pissed about this because they believe that David Johnson isn't the right guy. Yeah, you have people that will say he's not the right guy because they don't feel like.
Yo, y'all niggas is funny. Lori Harvey's Yoni has divided the community. She ruined the franchise. Y'all niggas is funny as shit, man. Hey, did Lori Harvey fuck it up for us, man? God dang it, girl. She fine as hell, though. Let me just say that. God damn. I understand, Michael B. You gave that up, boy. Michael B wanted to marry it, and she didn't want to get locked up. Michael B, you corny though, nigga. You a corny ass nerd, nigga, with like no street edge, really. So she didn't want to be with you, but she fucked it up for us, man. Lori Harvey, you done fucked up T'Challa. You done fucked up the good T'Challa. We got a 2-foot T'Challa now instead of the 6'2", 6'3" T'Challa. This nigga 5'2". That nigga ain't Black Panther. Who the fuck want to see a 5'2" Black Panther? I don't. I tell you right now, I don't want to see no goddamn 5'3" Black Panther. Lori Harvey done fucked it up, man. Michael B got that we meet in. He is a corny nerd, man. Yeah. He's straight up, nigga. He is, yeah. So Lori done fucked it up for us, everybody. God damn. And Michael B. Jordan, because Michael B. Jordan was a player and a pimp and could have been on the set and not paid any attention to her, let her know, like, girl, I ain't thinking about you. You know who I am? If he could have did that, played the role, oh, he would, man, god damn it. We fucked up. All right, y'all. Oh, last thing I got, this is it. I'm out of here, but I just saw Spider-Man yesterday. God dang it. I just saw Spider-Man. God damn. They keep messing up my boy, man. It's a shame. Look at what they did to my boy. You ever seen Godfather? Look at what they did to my boy. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. First one I kind of got used to. If you're old enough, you remember a TV show that used to come on called The Electric Company. And when you was a kid, that was the first iPad for kids, was The Electric Company. The Electric Company in Sesame Street. Electric Company used to come on right after Sesame Street. And the Electric Company had a live Spider-Man that used to come on The Electric Company. And that's when I was introduced to Spider-Man and ain't looked back since. Spidey, the web crawler, me and him, we like this. And god damn it, saw the movie yesterday. And man, they done feminined off Spider-Man. He's Spider bitch. He's Gator Man. He's Gator Man. He ain't Spider-Man. He's Gator bitch. Man. I mean, Jesus Christ. They just have to fucking spray estrogen all over the shit. These women in Hollywood, these feminist women in Hollywood, because they didn't come up with stuff like that that they feel is so creative and so great, they have to now steal it and co-opt it for themselves. So in the movie, this nigga's a giant bitch. Whereas if you know the real Spider-Man, the Spider-Man is not a bitch. Spider-Man is not an emotional little bitch. The only emotion he had was when Uncle Ben got killed. Then he went nuts, started slapping shit out of everybody. But he loves Mary Jane, but he ain't no emotional, crazy bitch ass nigga over Mary Jane. But in these movies, they got this nigga a straight bitch. He's a scientist. He's a problem solver. Not crying out his goddamn emotions. That ain't how you solve problems. When you finish crying, the goddamn problem's still gonna be there. But no, men can't be stoic in movies anymore. We got to be emotional ass bitches. It's okay for you to cry. No, all right. Well, when I quit crying, is the shit gonna be fixed? Because if the shit ain't gonna be fixed when I finish crying, I'll cry later and fix the shit now. Because this is what they're doing, and they've erased the male influence in Spider-Man's life with Uncle Ben, made it an uncle bitch. I mean, and then erased what's the other man? J. Jonah Jameson in this movie. His mentor in this movie is another woman. So no, he has no male influence. Now, he has one male influence in this movie, and it kind of sort of balances it a little bit because of who it is, but still, they bitched him off. And the dude and the person that they have in the movie, he's the hardest nigga in the movie. The nigga that they have in the movie to balance out the masculine energy, he's the hardest motherfucker in the movie. So I'm just saying, they just pissed me off, man, with my goddamn this fucking my damn movie up, man. Like Spidey, the web crawler. Spidey's my dude. Yeah, that's my guy. It's a shame they did it, my boy. So, but it's a good movie though. The action, let me say this, the action in it is great. It's the writing, the story, the emotional bullshit. But when the action is going, action is good. So let me say that. If you're going to see the action, it's dope. Other than that, but it's so long with just emotional. It's a therapy session. The whole goddamn movie is one giant therapy session until I get to the goddamn action. So this is I didn't tell you what went on in the movie. So I didn't give you any spoilers. This is just my review of what happened. So go check it out if you want. The action is good. The goddamn story is it's a therapy session on crack. So if you're into that, go therapy off. So that's it for me, man. I'm out of here. Thank you everybody for helping me reach my goal. Appreciate you. Make sure you get out there and get the great book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. Bam. So you can get all of this lovely, beautiful free gifts right here. Public Official Bonds book, Know Your Rights manual, the brand new one. You get the brand new news with all the brand new information in it. Constitutional rights card, qualified immunity card with the notice right here. And you also get the flashcards, the police stop flashcards. Everybody should have some of these.
Pulled over? Don't guess. Be ready. Police stop flashcards give you the right words and the steps to stay safe. Knowledge you can keep in your pocket.
In your pocket.
Most people learn the law during a stressful moment. That's backwards. Legal literacy built for real life means learning before it happens. Police stop flashcards give clear constitutional guidance in plain language, so you know your rights and the right words to use. Stay informed.
Stay informed. So you get that. You get the whole package. Bam. You see right here. As well, I'm going to give you a free shirt. You can go to realnagas.com or rapstrology.com and order any one of the shirts that I have within the store. All right. Have some dope gear in there. About 100 different designs, actually. I got so many designs. It's crazy. But people have been buying the Rapstrology shirts. You really love those. So shout out to people buying the Rapstrology shirts. Appreciate you guys for showing love to that design. I'm out of here, everybody. I'm hungry as hell and it's hot. So let me see what I can do in this heat trying to get some food. Holler at you guys next week. Thank you, everybody, for hitting my super chats and cash apps. Thank you, moderators. I appreciate y'all. I'm out of here. Deuces. Oops.
real Nagas, tap in.